Chapter 516 Comprehending the Complete Space Rules, Subscription Requested, Undersir 2. Now, let me introduce the battlefield situation to the Galactic Star Master, Bai Yun Lord said. Please do, Lin Yuan nodded. Currently on the battlefield, the Jianghu clan holds the advantage, with 67 invincible experts of the 8th layer, and in addition 212 Layer A war machines, as well as 2,300 normal 8th layer experts. Up to now, we human evolvers can only struggle to counter the Jianghu clan's offensive. However, in the upcoming all-out war, if nothing changes, I estimate that our human side will be defeated. Bai Yun Lord's voice was grave. Once the Jianghu clan was victorious, the evolvers of human civilization would face a great escape. Even those who were invincible at the 8th layer could not guarantee their safe retreat. It's almost impossible for one 8th layer invincible being to be defeated by another of the same rank. However, on the battlefields of different races, due to obvious space fluctuations, those at the 8th layer cannot use instant translocation abilities. Once trapped in an encirclement by multiple opponents of the same rank, even an 8th layer invincible might face the possibility of falling. Of course, the 8th layer invincibles who dare to enter the battlefield are mostly avatars, but cultivating an avatar that is close to the strength of the original is not an easy task. The fall of an avatar is a huge loss for the original. After all, to maintain the combat power of an avatar, it's necessary to carry weapons of the same rank. And these weapons are not cheap. So that's how it is, Lin Yuan nodded. The situation was as he had expected. If human civilization was in an advantageous position on the battlefield, there would be no need to request his assistance with a large payment of merit points. How much time do we have before the all-out war begins? Lin Yuan inquired. It's estimated to be between 5 and 10 years. Bai Yun Lord pondered for a moment and said. The Jianghu clan would need a considerable amount of time to mobilize for a full-scale war, and Bai Yun Lord guessed it would be at least 5 years. If any unexpected events occurred, it might even take 10 years. I understand, Lin Yuan nodded. I will rush to the battlefield within 5 years. Naturally, Lin Yuan's rush to the battlefield meant that his avatar would, while his true body would still sit at the Milky Way main star. Although Lin Yuan's primordial spirit, unlike the doppelganger skill practiced by other human evolvers, wouldn't die if the original fell, the resurrection would happen within the primordial spirit. However, Lin Yuan's true original body had too many things to do and naturally couldn't afford to go to the battlefield. Indeed, with Lin Yuan's current strength, even as an avatar, without the enhancement of 100 million Li inner world, he could still crush all 8th layer invincibles. Thank you, Galactic Star Master. Bai Yun Lord immediately expressed his gratitude. However, which of the Jianghu clan's experts does the Galactic Star Master plan to deal with? Bai Yun Lord asked. The power of the invincibles of the Jianghu clan varied in strength, so Bai Yun Lord needed to confirm the range of Lin Yuan's targets. How many can you handle? Lin Yuan asked. We can probably deal with 50 of the Jianghu clan's 8th layer invincibles, Bai Yun Lord said after pondering for a while. No problem. Leave the rest of the 8th layer invincibles to me, Lin Yuan nodded. The rest are nearly 28th layer invincibles. Bai Yun Lord was somewhat surprised. He originally thought Lin Yuan would find it challenging since nearly 28th layer invincibles, even just to hold off, would be incredibly unbelievable. If Lin Yuan hadn't achieved the impressive feat of slaying 2 8th layer invincibles, Bai Yun Lord would have found it absurd. Rest assured, I know what I'm doing, Lin Yuan said. Even as an avatar, mastering dozens of cosmic forces would allow him to unleash combat power that could surpass a union of 28th layer invincibles. Furthermore, based on Lin Yuan's estimation, in 5 years, with the aid of void interpretation, he would likely have fully grasped the complete space rules. By then, his combat power would increase even further. It was known that for an 8th layer being to comprehend the complete space rules was much harder than understanding a particular cosmic force. At the same time, an 8th layer being who comprehended the complete space rules would be stronger than the invincible ones of the same rank. In history, every 8th layer being who had grasped the complete space rules at that level was able to intimidate the other invincibles of their rank. Jianghu main star. Lin Yuan's Taiyang divine spirit emerged from the 13 peaks and headed toward the B0001 exotic battlefield. Leaving the Taiyang divine spirit on the Jianghu main star was primarily to prevent extreme situations where Lin Yuan's true body might perish, allowing him to resurrect and return at the fastest speed. In fact, even without the Taiyang divine spirit stationed on the Jianghu main star, Lin Yuan could still resurrect. After all, Aside from the Taiyang divine spirit, Lin Yuan had also left a drop of his essence blood on the Qikuan main star. By utilizing the physical body divine ability blood rebirth, Lin Yuan could still resurrect, though without the assistance of the Taiyang divine spirit, the resurrection process would be somewhat slower. In fact, not just on the Qikuan main star, Lin Yuan had left a drop of his essence blood in many hidden places, serving as a backup for resurrection. It will probably take 3 years to reach the B0001 battlefield. The Taiyang divine spirit boarded the spaceship, continuously performing wormhole shuttle, rapidly heading toward its target. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan's consciousness descended into his inner world. World tree. Lin Yuan gazed at a young tree rooted in the world center. Compared to the very beginning, the world tree was no longer young, standing nearly 10 meters tall. Its branches swayed, emanating the gentle cosmic force, continually harmonizing the many energies and rules within the inner world. It truly deserves the human civilization's designation as 11-star top-grade cosmic rare treasure. Lin Yuan looked toward the world tree, a smile appearing on his face. In human civilization's evaluation of various treasures and rarities, the world tree was ranked as 11-star, and it was a premium among the 11-star rarities. To think, the Thunder Heart that Lin Yuan had previously purchased for over 10,000 cubic universe crystals was only an 8-star rarity, an 11-star rarity. Furthermore, a premium 11-star would probably make even supreme beings envious. With the world tree anchoring the inner world, I also won't need to purchase any more cosmic rare treasures, Lin Yuan secretly thought to himself. Integrating many cosmic rare treasures into the inner world aimed at bringing the inner world closer to a true world. But with the world tree suppression, the inner world was already hardly any different from a real world. Time passed by. In the blink of an eye, 3 years had gone by. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged, with silver-white characters continuously flashing through his mind. Space. Lin Yuan too was comprehending, feeling the vastness of space more and more. The main world universe starry sky belonged to space, and even beyond the universe was still considered space. Even if one were to fully comprehend the complete space rules, it would merely be grasping one aspect of the vast space. The demonic Jade Tower Master's understanding of space has transcended any particular aspect. Though it's not as straightforward as the space model in explaining the essence of space, at higher levels, void interpretation is still more helpful to me. Lin Yuan faintly felt that he had grasped one facet of the essence of space. The many space models of human civilization were more broadly disseminated, making them more acceptable and understandable for evolvers, while the void interpretation written by the demonic Jade Tower Master, without the talent and insight for space, it was estimated that one couldn't even begin to comprehend it. The 7779th kind of space model. The 7780th kind of space model. The 7781st kind of space model. Lin Yuan felt his grasp and understanding of space skyrocketing at a tremendous speed. 3 years of contemplating void interpretation greatly aided Lin Yuan. Even if it was just a period of contemplation followed by a period of rest, it had an indelible impact on Lin Yuan's understanding of the essence of space rules. Time flew by. Another 5 days passed in the blink of an eye. Ha ha ha! Lin Yuan suddenly opened his eyes, looking up into the depths of the cosmic starry sky, where all space unfolded before him like sheets of paper. Lin Yuan could even effortlessly tear through one of these sheets and appear before a distant and separate sheet. Great transference skill. This is the great transference skill. Lin Yuan chuckled softly to himself. Having penetrated the complete space rules, he could traverse hundreds of light years in a single step. This was the great transference skill. Marvelous, truly indescribable. Lin Yuan sighed, now thoroughly comprehending one aspect of space, mastering the complete space rules. Chapter 517 Black Tower Second Layer. Please subscribe. Space rules, one of the pillars that the universe relies on for its operation. What are pillar rules? Without space rules, the universe would become imperfect or even collapse. All existence, all things must rely on space. It is the foundation of everything. Having fully mastered space rules, even if just one aspect, Lin Yuan's perception of the outside world has drastically changed. Before grasping space rules, Lin Yuan was like a fish in water, limited to its immediate surroundings. But after mastering space rules, it was as though he leapt out of the water, able to see more, to look further. Space rules, perhaps not as mystical as the rule of time, which can reverse the flow and resurrect the dead, but its permeation into all things is much deeper. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Only now has he fully reached the 9th rank, without mastering space rules, even if his combat power surpassed the threshold of the 9th rank. Fighting against another 9th rank powerhouse, they could come and go as they pleased, using their manipulation of space to toy with Lin Yuan at higher levels. Like a whale living at the bottom of the ocean, despite its immense strength, it cannot threaten the life on land. Mastering space is just the beginning. Next, I must fuse the Taiji rule with many cosmic forces with the complete space rules, to carve my own path. Excitement swelled within Lin Yuan. The path of the 9th rank was almost at hand. Only the final integration of the fusion rules was needed to step into the 9th rank. In the 10,000 races of the cosmic starry sky, the 9th rank truly represents a profound existence. Many weak and ordinary clans' most powerful ancestors are only at this level. My inner world? Lin Yuan's consciousness descended into his inner world, only to discover that his once billion-mile inner world had once again started to expand greatly. Fortunately, Lin Yuan had anticipated this and took out the Tai micro-clear crystal he had prepared in advance, merging it into his inner world. The sound of rushing water. It wasn't long before the inner world expanded to a size of 1.31 billion miles in diameter. The dense world force operated, where ordinary 8th layer invincibles would be crushed in the presence of such a vast world force, unable to even resist. With the current support of my inner world, fully absorbing the green liquid from the mysterious gourd should pose no difficulty. Lin Yuan thought to himself, having attempted to absorb the green liquid in recent years, but always stuck at the final hurdle, now likely to easily cross it. First, absorb the green liquid. Lin Yuan's consciousness returned to the outside world, took out the gray-green gourd, tipped it upside down, and began the absorption. Thousands of light years from the B0001 exotic battlefield. A black space vessel finished its wormhole shuttle and revealed itself. That's the B0001 exotic battlefield? Lin Yuan, inside the space vessel, looked towards the massive object thousands of light years away. The B0001 exotic battlefield, the first medium-sized otherworldly battlefield established by human civilization, spans about 12 light years. Powerful 8th layer invincibles can also fight to their heart's content on this battlefield, without the need to hold back. Forget it, I'll just use the great transference skill for the remaining journey. Lin Yuan stepped out of the space vessel, having grasped complete space rules. Even a simple great transference skill could span hundreds of light years without any cooldown time. Much more efficient than the vessel's wormhole shuttle. Of course, using great transference to travel consumes a lot of energy, so if not in a hurry, it's better to travel via ship and wormhole shuttle. Lin Yuan decided to use the great transference skill to travel, as he was only a few thousand light years away and wanted to experience the sensation of using the skill for travel. Whoosh! Edge of the B0001 battlefield. Lin Yuan's figure appeared, looking at the battlefield ahead. The spatial fluctuations are significant, far richer than those on the medium-sized otherworldly battlefield where the Tai-yin primordial spirit is located, Lin Yuan thought to himself. The spatial fluctuations on the otherworldly battlefield arise from the constant battles of countless strong beings, as well as the presence of permanent spatial rifts. As the oldest of the otherworldly battlefields, in the distant past, the intensity of the battles often escalated, with 10th rank evolvers wielding supreme weapons personally entering the fray, and tearing open permanent spatial rifts wider and longer than those on other medium-sized otherworldly battlefields. The spatial rifts on ordinary small-sized otherworldly battlefields are about 10 meters to several tens of meters wide, while those on medium-sized otherworldly battlefields generally exceed 10,000 meters, ranging from 10,000 to 20,000 meters. And the largest permanent spatial rift on the B0001 battlefield reaches 30,000 meters. This is not an ordinary rift but a permanent spatial rift, an injury that even the inherent motion of the universe cannot heal. Let's check out that 30,000-meter-long permanent spatial rift first. Lin Yuan suppressed his aura and moved towards the target location. While on an otherworldly battlefield with obvious spatial fluctuations, it's best not to use the great transference skill, even if one has mastered complete space rules. Because it's easy to be affected by the fluctuating space, leading to deviation from the destination, or even a temporary loss amidst the depths of numerous spatial layers. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan suddenly opened his eyes, with the green flames inside his body burning wildly, before settling back down to tranquility. Finally completed the absorption. Lin Yuan's consciousness descended once more into his inner world, and gazing at the quietly expanded 332 billion mile vast realm. His face showed satisfaction. Normally, human evolvers who have mastered complete space rules have an inner world limit of 10 million miles in diameter, while those special beings with peak bloodlines, like the Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan or other unique spatial entities, have an upper limit of several tens of millions of miles. Chapter 518 Black Tower Second Layer, please subscribe. Under 2 having an inner world that surpasses 100 million miles when at the 8th layer, it's surmised that only those special life forms whose numbers are so scarce that they can't even form a tribe can achieve such a feat. The universe is fair, nurturing all beings and creatures. The more powerful the talent and bloodline of a life form, the lower and more difficult its ability to reproduce. Human civilization possesses terrifying reproductive capabilities, but the majority of talents are mediocre. The talent and bloodline of the Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan are mighty, but reproduction is extremely difficult. Yet, no matter how hard it is, the Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan can barely form a group. As for some special life forms, they're so rare that they can't even form a tribe, and their terrifying talents cannot be discussed with common sense. In the depths of the cosmic starry skies, many ancient gods who dominate their domain were born this way. Next is a blue liquid? Lin Yuan flipped his right hand, and the mysterious gourd appeared in front of him. At this moment, the color on the surface of the mysterious gourd began to change slowly, from the previous gray-green to gray-blue. Absorb. Lin Yuan inverted the gourd, and a drop of profound blue liquid dripped out. Boom. Once the blue liquid was ingested, it turned into pure blue flames, starting to burn Lin Yuan's internal organs. Several days passed. Lin Yuan had attempted several times, and his inner world had expanded to a circumference of 145 million miles. The next increase won't happen at this fast pace. It was only because Lin Yuan's inner world had reached its fundamental limit that he could double the base size in such a short time. He would have to slowly increase it afterward, bit by bit, adapting to the burning of the blue flames. After these years, I've finally amassed another 30 strands of world-breaking origin force. Lin Yuan's spirit descended into his mind, sensing the quantity of world-breaking origin force. Before the 8th traversal, Lin Yuan had accumulated 36 strands of world-breaking origin force. Arriving at the spirit realm consumed 10 strands. Carrying the mysterious gourd and origin fine gold used up 2 strands. At the end of the 8th traversal, he was left with 24 strands of world-breaking origin force. And as years passed recently, Lin Yuan's world-breaking origin force had once again reached 30 strands. There's no rush for the 9th traversal. Lin Yuan pondered, as he was currently at a critical period of fusing rules. Attempting a traversal at this time would only affect the timing of his breakthrough to the 9th rank. It would be better to consider traversing again after making the breakthrough to the 9th rank and hitting a temporary bottleneck in his cultivation. After all, for Lin Yuan, cultivating in any place, whether by traversing worlds or staying in the main world, would allow him to rapidly enhance his strength. The greatest benefit of traversing worlds for Lin Yuan was the opportunity to see cultivation systems beyond the main world and to gain advantages through the differences in dimensional layers. For example, in the spirit realm, there was no suppression of cosmic force. Lin Yuan took the opportunity to comprehend dozens of cosmic forces, more than a dozen high-level cosmic forces, and even one source-level cosmic force. If this were in the main world, it would hardly be possible, and even if Lin Yuan tried to force it with his against heaven's understanding, it would waste a lot of time and disrupt later cultivation. In the spirit realm, many powers of creation were placed in front of Lin Yuan, tantamount to having the correct direction, which naturally made his comprehension quicker. But in the main world, cosmic forces could not be replicated. Lin Yuan would have to start comprehending from scratch, and he might even take the wrong path in the end. Now that I've thoroughly comprehended the space rules, I might as well try to challenge the 2nd layer of the Black Tower. Lin Yuan felt a slight stir in his heart. In the past few years, when he challenged the 2nd layer of the Black Tower, his goal had been solely to refine his use of cosmic force. He never even thought about getting through. But now, Lin Yuan wanted to give it a try. Comprehending the complete space rules was a qualitative change for Lin Yuan, and it was an all-around transformation. Aspects such as killing, defense, and survival all received a qualitative improvement. An 8th layer powerhouse, just by comprehending the complete space rules, could give those invincible 8th layers a hard time. Even if many invincible 8th layers were to gang up, they wouldn't stand a chance against a being who possessed the complete space rules. A life form that has comprehended the space rules can travel through countless spatial layers with a single thought, and those invincible eighth layers probably couldn't even touch them. A sliver of Lin Yuan's spirit will travel through the magic jade mark and arrived in an instant at the demon jade space. Before the towering 9 floors dark tower, stone statue Xianxia looked at Lin Yuan with a smile and said, "Here to challenge the second layer again?" In these past few years, Lin Yuan would come to challenge the second layer of the Black Tower whenever he had a rest, and stone statue Xianxia had long grown accustomed to it. Watching Lin Yuan challenge the second layer was one of the few pleasures in its monotonous and lengthy existence. Much better than falling into a near-eternal slumber. Lin Yuan nodded. The next moment, Lin Yuan arrived at the second layer of the Black Tower. Stone statue Xianxia was still standing outside the Black Tower, with scenes from within the second layer appearing before it. I wonder how long this little guy plans to hone his cosmic force. Stone statue Xianxia silently pondered. Lin Yuan, through the second layer of the Black Tower, had been honing his cosmic force, which it had long noticed. Boom! The moment Lin Yuan appeared on the second layer, a heavy pressure assaulted him from all directions. If it were before, Lin Yuan would certainly have immediately activated a variety of cosmic forces to resist, as the pressure from the second layer was not something that a mere flicker of spirit will could withstand. But now, after mastering the complete space rules, with just a thought, Lin Yuan formed an absolute space around himself. Absolute space was a high-level application of the power of space, eliminating the encroaching pressure from the spatial dimension. Around Lin Yuan, it seemed only a few meters in range, but in essence, it was separated by countless spatial layers. An ordinary 8th rank evolver when faced with absolute space would not be able to come close, let alone attack. All attacks would be trapped within the layers of space. An 8th rank life that masters complete space rules might not be able to kill an invincible 8th rank, but it could certainly make an invincible 8th rank very miserable. Like banishing an invincible 8th rank deep into the spatial layers. There, without the distinction of up, down, left or right, it would not be easy for an invincible 8th rank to break free, possibly being trapped for decades. I don't even need to use cosmic force? Lin Yuan raised an eyebrow. At this moment, he stood on the second layer, the space around him faintly twisting, diluting and dissipating all the pressure that bore down on him. However, Lin Yuan was also aware that he was currently at the initial position of the second layer. The closer he moved to the central staircase, the greater the surrounding pressure would become. Eventually, relying solely on absolute space, it would be difficult to perfectly resist all the pressure. Especially upon entering the central area, where endless pressure would condense into virtual creatures, attacking Lin Yuan. Let's see how far I can go. Lin Yuan didn't have much confidence in overcoming the second layer of the Black Tower. Mainly after comprehending the complete space rules, his strength had greatly increased, and he wanted to try it out. Success would be great. But failure didn't matter either. Lin Yuan roughly used the second layer of the Black Tower as a benchmark to test his strength according to stone statue Xianxia. Those who could get through the second layer of the Black Tower were basically the strong among the 9th rank. Although it said that the many methods of a 9th rank life form were not just about mastering various rules and cosmic forces, it was also an important aspect. If Lin Yuan could make his way through the second layer of the Black Tower, even if he couldn't be considered one of the strongest among the 9th rank, he would be stronger than more than half of them. Outside the 9 floors dark tower, stone statue Xianxia was keenly watching Lin Yuan's performance. Every time Lin Yuan came to challenge the second layer of the Black Tower, it would pay close attention, a way to relieve its boredom. However, when it saw that Lin Yuan was able to easily withstand the heavy pressure from the second layer of the Black Tower just by standing there without the aid of cosmic force, it was suddenly stupefied. This stone statue Xianxia carefully observed Lin Yuan, particularly noting the slightly twisted space around him. Did this little guy comprehend the complete space rules? The stone statue felt bewildered. It remembered that a few years back, Lin Yuan's understanding of the space rules was not to say average, but definitely far from complete mastery. How had he suddenly comprehended it now? Chapter 519 No harm, the Galaxy Master is watching us. Just fight freely, ask for subscription. The stone statue Xianxia had already greatly overestimated Lin Yuan. Over 2,000 years old. Cultivated to the 8th layer. Comprehended dozens of cosmic forces. And more than 10 high-level cosmic forces. There was also a source-level cosmic force. Such a monstrous freak. No matter which universe it was placed in, would be deemed shockingly unconventional and utterly unique. But even so, how could he comprehend the space rules so quickly? Those aren't ordinary rules, they're pillar rules. The stone statue Xianxia found it unbelievable. It knew that the void interpretation left by the Moyu Tower Master would definitely bring great help to Lin Yuan. But at most, it was only help. It wasn't the Moyu Tower Master himself comprehending the space rules. Mainly it still depended on Lin Yuan himself. The void interpretation was profound and difficult to understand. If one couldn't comprehend it, instead of helping, it might even make things worse. How can there be such? The stone statue Xianxia muttered to itself, seemingly unable to find the words to describe Lin Yuan. The second layer of the Black Tower. Lin Yuan used absolute space to isolate the inside from the outside, diluting and dispelling all the pressure that enveloped him. He quickly crossed 1/3 of the distance. As he delved deeper, the pressure all around became increasingly heavy and terrifying. One by one, ethereal creatures condensed, lunging at Lin Yuan with bared fangs and brandished claws. I can't hold back anymore. Lin Yuan's heart sank, and he immediately began to activate cosmic force. It was as if an endless pressure swept over him, and even with absolute space, it was difficult to completely isolate it, requiring the use of stronger measures. Phew! One after another, the cosmic forces combined, with more than 10 high-level cosmic forces as the main body, and the primordial origin force as the core, all cosmic forces perfectly merged into one. For years, Lin Yuan had often used the pressure of the second layer of the Black Tower to hone himself, to refine his use of cosmic force, naturally not without gain. This method of merging all cosmic forces was Lin Yuan's greatest achievement, allowing the power of each type of cosmic force to nearly double in strength. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Yuan, under the attack of one ethereal creature after another, strode towards the center. Outside the 9 floors dark tower, stone statue Xianxia paid close attention to the situation in the second layer of the Black Tower. If he's relying solely on these, it would be very difficult to get through the second layer. Stone statue Xianxia whispered to itself. It used very difficult to express its opinion. Very difficult but not impossible. After witnessing Lin Yuan's short period of comprehending the complete space rules, stone statue Xianxia didn't dare to be too certain about anything for fear of being proven wrong later. There was no helping it. Lin Yuan had already created too many miracles. So now it took any view with a degree of uncertainty. The pressure towards the back of the second layer will grow ever greater. Stone statue Xianxia thought to itself. Many 9th-rank beings could often traverse the first 2/3 of the distance. But in the last third, they would be crushed, leading to a failed trial. With the manner Lin Yuan was exhibiting, he was very likely to end up much like those 9th-rank beings who failed their trials. After all, 9th-rank lives that could break through the second layer of the Black Tower found the first 2/3 of the journey quite easy. The second layer of the Black Tower. Lin Yuan's steps increasingly slowed, and when he reached the last third of the distance, the horrifying pressure felt almost tangible, filling every inch of the vacuum. Without using the strengthening divine ability, it's very difficult for me to penetrate the second layer with my own strength. Lin Yuan inwardly sighed, with the Black Tower's second layer proving itself to be especially prepared for 9th-rank lives. He had comprehended the complete space rules and mastered so many cosmic forces, yet there was no hope to break through. Let's see further. Walk a few more steps. If the timing is right, then use the strengthening divine ability. Lin Yuan reined in his thoughts, as such divine ability could only be maintained for the duration of 10 breaths, so he had to get as close as possible. Otherwise, he would be terribly at a loss if the divine ability's duration ended and he was just a bit short of breaking through. The strengthening divine ability was not the same as absolute space or cosmic force. It required Lin Yuan to pay a significant short-term price. You wouldn't want to fail to get through the second layer and then find yourself weakened. Boom, boom, boom. Lin Yuan trudged painfully through. After half an hour, he arrived at a position about 50 meters from the central area. At this point, Lin Yuan could almost be described as unable to take a step further, with the extreme pressure locking him firmly in place. If it weren't for absolute space and the many merged cosmic forces isolating him, Lin Yuan guessed he would be crushed in an instant. Only 50 meters left. That's enough. Lin Yuan steadied his spirit and slowly closed his eyes. At the same time, on the Milky Way main star, Lin Yuan's true body opened his eyes. Whoom. Threads of crimson aura intertwined and collided, forming a complex divine ability imprint. As soon as this divine ability imprint appeared, it quickly fused into Lin Yuan's physical soul, and in an instant, his physical vitality began to surge, increasing tenfold in strength. The physical body drove the soul, and the soul drove the spirit will, and in a moment, all of Lin Yuan leapt tenfold. In the demon jade space, the second layer of the Black Tower. The moment he actively activated the strengthening divine ability, this thread of Lin Yuan's spirit will also surge tenfold. As a result, the might of his absolute space, the power of dozens of cosmic forces, all soared at once. The strengthening divine ability only affected aspects like Lin Yuan's physical soul and spirit will. It didn't enhance the power of rules or forces like cosmic force. But the increase in spirit will affected these aspects nonetheless. Spirit will is fundamental. For example, the same level of perception of the space rules, when wielded by an 8th layer being as opposed to a 9th rank being, produces a wholly different level of might. Chapter 520 No problem. The Galaxy Master is watching over us. Just fight freely. Subscribe please. _2 Boom. After the amplification of his spirit will by tenfold, Lin Yuan immediately felt the oppressive force that had once rendered him immobile vanish in an instant. It was as if he had been freed from shackles, becoming incredibly liberated. Seize the time. Lin Yuan immediately strode forward. At this moment, the pressure enveloping from the second level of the Black Tower no longer posed any hindrance to Lin Yuan, except for a brief pause when he was just 5 meters away. In the end, it only took him 4 breaths to pass through the second level of the Black Tower. Did he really get through? Outside the 9-leveled Black Tower, the stone statue Xianxia fell silent once again, even though it had anticipated this possibility. After all, judging by Lin Yuan's performance in mastering the space rules, it seemed that breaking through the second level of the Black Tower as an 8th layer being wasn't entirely impossible. But when the scene truly unfolded before it, statue Xianxia was still overwhelmed with shock. His breath surged massively at the end. Did he use some kind of explosive secret technique? The stone statue Xianxia pondered, aware of the rules laid down by the Moyu Tower Master, which prohibited the use of any external forces during the challenge. However, techniques that induced a burst of power drew entirely from one's own strength and didn't count as external forces. Thus, Lin Yuan's passing through the second level of the Black Tower was within the rules. Whoosh! Stone statue Xianxia's figure vanished, reappearing in the central area of the second level of the Black Tower. At this moment, Lin Yuan was also standing there, having taken only 4 breaths to complete the final stretch through the second level. The Divine Skills Enhancement duration still had 6 breaths left. Senior Xianxia, may I go and challenge the 3rd level? Lin Yuan did not intend to waste the remaining 6 breaths as he felt stronger than he had ever been. Sure. Seeing Lin Yuan's condition, stone statue Xianxia nodded in agreement. Then I'm heading up. Lin Yuan immediately ascended the black staircase toward the 3rd level. 4 breaths of enhanced duration remained. Boom. As soon as Lin Yuan entered the 3rd level, he was met with an omnipresent terrifying pressure. This pressure was so immense, it felt like a cosmos collapsing down upon him. Even with a tenfold increase in his strength, Lin Yuan could feel an absolute void around him and numerous varieties of cosmic forces rapidly disintegrating. How can I withstand this? Lin Yuan's thoughts raced. Even during the enhanced period of his divine skills, it was tough, and once the enhancement ended and he fell into a state of weakness, the outcome was predictable. Forget it. After gauging the difficulty of the 3rd level, Lin Yuan decisively retreated. He hadn't planned to pass the 3rd level in this attempt. Had gone up only because he didn't want to waste the divine skills enhancement, wanting to see and try it out for himself. The 3rd level of the Black Tower is specifically designed for the extremely powerful entities among 9th rank life forms, as well as for 10th rank life. It's completely normal for you not to get through. Seeing Lin Yuan return, stone statue Xianxia couldn't help but speak. The extremely powerful entities among 9th rank life forms were akin to undefeated beings in the 8th layer. They possessed combat power that surpassed their own level. I see. Lin Yuan nodded. Not to mention getting through the 3rd level. Just staying there was enough to be overwhelmed by the pressure coming from all directions. The gap was too great. All right. Since you've passed the 2nd level, according to the rules set by the original master, you will receive a treasure from the 2nd level's reward repository. The value of the treasure will depend on your performance on the 2nd level. The stone statue looked at Lin Yuan and said, Treasure. A thrill filled Lin Yuan's heart. He had seen the many treasures in the reward repository of the Black Tower's second level, many of which were rare and unheard of in the main world. Regarding your performance on the second level, in terms of speed, you could only be considered ordinary among those who had passed through the second level in the past, stone statue Xianxia stated. Speed is indeed not fast. Lin Yuan nodded, with only the final 50 meters distance. Activating the strengthening divine skill barely involved any halting. But he couldn't be considered fast earlier, averaging out, fitting the stone statue's assessment. But in terms of strength, the stone statue conveyed a complex tone. 8th layer. Lin Yuan was merely at the 8th layer. Yet he had passed through the 2nd layer, an event that not even in the heyday of Moyu Tower had ever occurred. Certainly, there were 8th layer lives that had made it through the 2nd layer, even halfway through, but in the end they had all failed. No one like Lin Yuan had managed to break through. So, after a comprehensive evaluation, you can select any one treasure from the reward vault of the 2nd layer or the 3rd layer in the Dark Tower. The stone statue spoke with a grave tone. Compared to when Lin Yuan had passed through the 1st layer and could select 3 treasures from the 1st and 2nd layer, this time Lin Yuan could only choose one, but you should know that this time, his range of selection has expanded to the 3rd layer. Any single reward taken from the 3rd layer's vault is unknowably more valuable than those from the 1st or the 2nd. The stone statue Xianxia opening the 3rd layer's reward vault to Lin Yuan was rather unconventional. But the stone statue Xianxia believed that even if the owner of Moyu Tower were to return, they would not object to his decision, as Lin Yuan's talent was monstrously outstanding. Here is the reward list. Take your time to choose. With a wave of his hand, the stone statue Xianxia caused a series of treasure phantoms to appear before him. Battlefield B0001 of different races. Lin Yuan's Taiyang primordial spirit finally arrived at this battlefield, near the largest of those eternal spatial rifts. That rift! Lin Yuan looked toward the distant terrifying rift stretching across the sky, with a length exceeding 30,000 meters, emanating an aura profound and ancient, making one's heart tremble. Let's see the enhancement in the accumulation of world-breaking origin force. Lin Yuan immediately drew closer to feel it carefully. In the medium-sized otherworldly battlefield where the Tai-Yin primordial spirit was located, the eternal spatial rift was only 10,000 meters in length. It could not compare to the current 30,000-meter-long eternal spatial rift. A moment later, Lin Yuan opened his eyes. The current speed of accumulating world-breaking origin force is 1 strand in 150 days? A smile appeared on Lin Yuan's face. The initial accumulation speed of world-breaking origin force was 1 strand every 333 days. Leveraging the eternal spatial rift in a small battlefield, it dropped to 1 strand every 280 to 290 days. After going to a medium-sized otherworldly battlefield and relying on that 10,000-meter-long eternal spatial rift, he needed only 200 days to accumulate a strand of world-breaking origin force. Now it required only 150 days. Even if the war with the Qianyu clan comes to a pause, I should still station a primordial spirit avatar on this battlefield. Lin Yuan had made up his mind. With his current strength, even the constantly highly intense battlefield B0001 posed no threat to him. Time slowly ticked by. 2 years had flashed by in an instant. In the center of battlefield B0001, both the Qianyu clan and human civilization had arrayed their mighty armies across from each other. The Baiyun Lord and other invincible 8th layer evolvers from humanity stood under the sky, watching the Qianyu side with heavy gazes. Baiyun, the Qianyu clan seems determined to win this time, launching a full-scale offensive so swiftly. They evidently have a strong confidence in victory, said one 8th layer evolver softly. If the strength was merely equal, or if they did not hold a crushing advantage, the Qianyu clan would not hasten to a decisive battle so quickly. They would certainly accumulate as much strength as possible to improve their odds of victory. Since the opposition was so eager, it clearly had considerable confidence, thinking it could conquer the arrangements of human civilization on this battlefield. As peak clans, even if the Qianyu clan were slightly weaker than human civilization, the gap was small, and they frequently held the advantage on the battlefield. Damn it, if it weren't for our human civilization being restrained by the Insect Race Alliance and the Star Alliance, which prevents us from drawing more powerhouses, how could these bird people from the Qianyu clan seize the opportunity? Another 8th layer evolver said angrily. The battlefields expanded by human civilization generally held the upper hand, but there were occasional disadvantages. This time, for instance, human civilization decided to support several other battlefields, which inevitably led to insufficient reinforcement for the remaining ones. It doesn't matter, said the Baiyun Lord nonchalantly. The Galaxy Master has already arrived at the battlefield. He might be watching us right now. You just fight freely when it's time. Chapter 521 Crystal of Chaos. Please subscribe. The Galaxy Master is paying attention to us? The invincibles of the 8th layer on the human side were certainly concerned. Like Battlefield B0001, every moment was observed by human 9th rank or even 10th rank evolvers. But such attention was merely that, attention. To maintain the intensity of the war, even if the human side was suffering a great defeat, 9th rank and 10th rank evolvers would not step in. The Jianghu clan would do likewise, with their own 9th rank and 10th rank strongmen watching over this place. The outcome of conflicts on medium-sized otherworldly battlefields was essentially unrelated to the 9th rank, as they would not personally interfere in the battle dynamics. But the attention of the Galaxy Master. The Galaxy Master was not of the 9th rank. His attention was indeed a real boost for the human side. With the strength of the Galaxy Master, his involvement would inevitably lead to a reversal of the situation. Where is the Galaxy Master? When did the Galaxy Master arrive at the battlefield? I wasn't aware. Nonsense, the Galaxy Master is our human side say calming divine needle. Probably only the Baiyun Lord knows his whereabouts. Dozens of 8th rank invincibles discussed in low voices, their mood visibly relaxed. Before today, the Baiyun Lord had never revealed any news about the Galaxy Master, almost leading them to think that the invitation had encountered some problems. Even with the Galaxy Master here, we shouldn't let our guard down, the Baiyun Lord reminded, glancing at the many 8th layer invincible evolvers. The Galaxy Master was their trump card, their weapon. But everything couldn't just rely on the Galaxy Master. If in this war, their human side was initially crushed by the Jianghu clan, then how useful would the Galaxy Master be, however strong? Was he expected to take on all the 8th layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan on this battlefield alone? After reminding the 8th layer invincible evolvers, the Baiyun Lord silently thought to himself, I wonder where the Galaxy Master is right now. In fact, he knew very little about the Galaxy Master, only that, 2 years ago, he had received a message from him. It mentioned that he had arrived and would intervene at a critical moment. As for more, there was nothing. The Baiyun Lord also dared not disturb Lin Yuan. On the other side of battlefield B0001, a group of 8th layer invincibles from the Jianghu clan stood in the void. Leading them was an elder with 6 pairs of wings on his back, whose gaze was cold and aura daunting. The hierarchy within the Jianghu clan was clear, with one's future potential and heights locked in from birth. Those in the Jianghu clan with a pair of wings were of mediocre talent, and their heights in life would be at the 1st or 2nd layer. 2 pairs of wings, their future achievements would be at least the 3rd layer. 3 pairs of wings, their potential would not fall below the 5th layer. 4 pairs of wings, they could hope to reach the 7th layer. The wings on the back of the Jianghu clan contained many incredible abilities, almost like some special life talents. It was precisely for this reason that the Jianghu clan was among the universe's peak clans, far surpassing human civilization in quantity, but their average level was far inferior to the insect race. The number of the insect race was actually quite rare, and the vast majority were batch-produced insect race warriors. Each insect race hive was a war machine, and as long as resources were sufficient, they could truly be invincible at their tier. Leader, the number of 8th layer invincibles on the human side has not increased. A 5-winged sky feather clansman spoke softly. Oh! The 6-winged elder raised his eyebrows. It seems that the human civilization is hiding other backups, the 6-winged elder said. The Jianghu clan and human civilization had been fighting for many years and knew that the latter would not be unprepared, even as they took advantage of human civilization's inability to support itself in time by launching a comprehensive battle. But if they really felt there was no chance of victory, they would surely back down voluntarily to avoid further losses. After all, a mere medium-sized battlefield's outcome, given the scale of human civilization, would not be taken too seriously. If the humans now dared to engage actively, it indicated they definitely had a critical trump card, and this trump card was powerful enough that the humans didn't believe they would necessarily lose. Exactly, according to our think tank's analysis of this war, there are 3 possibilities for the actions of human civilization today. The 5-winged Jianghu clan strongman spoke up. First, human civilization evolvers have obtained a 9th rank or 10th rank secret treasure capable of changing the course of battle. 9th rank, 10th rank secret treasure? The 6-winged elder shook his head slightly. Normally, the 8th layer invincibles who dared appear on a battlefield, whether they were human evolvers or Jianghu clan strongmen, would not carry overly precious treasures. While invincibles of the 8th layer were difficult to kill elsewhere, on different species battlefields, especially on ancient ones like battlefield B0001, the mortality rate was still quite high. The environment of the otherworldly battlefield was unique, and coupled with many same-tier strongmen, invincibles of the 8th layer could easily falter. If an avatar died, for an 8th layer invincible, that would already be a significant loss, but if the avatar was carrying a valuable treasure, it would be catastrophic. 9th rank, 10th rank secret treasures were highly valuable and, while they could significantly enhance the combat power of the 8th layer invincibles, if an 8th layer invincible bearing such artifacts perished, those treasures could end up in the enemy's hands. Thus, unless absolutely necessary, neither human civilization evolvers nor Jianghu clan strongmen would use such artifacts. However, this war found human civilization already at an absolute disadvantage, so according to the analysis of the Jianghu clan's think tank, it was possible that this might occur. Chapter 522 Crystal of Chaos, please subscribe. Under 2 after all, facing a massive gap in the number of 8th layer invincibles, only 9th rank, 10th rank secret treasures have hope of bridging it. If human civilization can utilize high-level secret treasures, why can't the Jianghu clan? The six-winged elder said indifferently. Second, the human side has invited a group of invincible 8th layer to help out, but they're all lying in ambush. The five-winged Jianghu clan strongman continued. It's meaningless. The six-winged elder's tone was calm. In the face of absolute strength, there's no such thing as sneaking or ambushing. Third, the five-winged Jianghu clan strongman paused, then slowly said, the Galaxy Master might have been invited and come to this battlefield. Upon hearing this, the six-winged elder's expression became slightly heavier. Even he had heard of the Galaxy Master's prestige. After all, this was the one who had broken the myth of invincible 8th layer beings by killing 2 8th layer invincibles with his bare hands, without relying on any external force. Although those 2 8th layer invincibles did not come from peak clans, an invincible 8th layer is still an invincible 8th layer. Speaking honestly with his strength, the six-winged elder could suppress an 8th layer invincible without a problem. But to kill one would require a high-level secret treasure. The Galaxy Master, indeed poses a problem, the six-winged elder pondered, but it won't affect the overall situation. At most, he will restrain some of our clan's invincible 8th layer beings. Considering the Galaxy Master had never exposed his strength and a sudden attack on them would indeed result in the death of some Jianghu clan 8th layer beings. But now, they were prepared for the Galaxy Master's strength, aware of his ability to kill invincible 8th layer beings. With such precautions, there were unlikely to be significant losses. At worst, they wouldn't confront the Galaxy Master head-on but just tie him down. As long as human civilization as a whole is crushed, the Galaxy Master won't be able to make any waves. Below the 30,000-meter-long eternal spatial rift, Lin Yuan's Taiyang divine spirit suddenly opened his eyes. 2 years' time, 5 strands of world-breaking origin force, this time it was really the right move. A smile appeared on Lin Yuan's face, and this eternal spatial rift on battlefield B0001, whence the origin force of a myriad worlds accumulated, reached a point where one strand could be gathered in just 150 days. Basically, one complete strand of world-breaking origin force could be accumulated in less than half a year. Lin Yuan glanced at the distance. He saw a strand of power of Taiyin converging, forming a figure. It was Lin Yuan's Taiyin primordial spirit. Having confirmed that the efficiency of this battlefield's eternal spatial rift in amplifying the accumulation of world-breaking origin force was superior to the medium-sized otherworldly battlefield where the Taiyin primordial spirit resided, Lin Yuan had the Taiyin primordial spirit leave the other battlefield and instead head to battlefield B0001 to converge with the Taiyang divine spirit. Regardless of how many eternal spatial rifts Lin Yuan was under at the same time, the absorption and accumulation of world-breaking origin force would be as if there were only one rift effective. To ensure absolute certainty, merging the 2 divine spirits into one to form the Taiji primordial spirit should be about right, Lin Yuan thought to himself. Given that he had agreed to help Bai Yun Lord against the Jianghu clan strongman, he naturally had to be cautious, even though the Taiji primordial spirit, which fused Taiyin and Taiyang, was still not as powerful as his true body. Yet, it still surpassed those at the initial 9th rank. After mastering complete space rules, Lin Yuan's strength had increased significantly, which applied to both divine spirits as well. Complete space rules, along with dozens of cosmic forces, meant that facing other invincible 8th layer beings was practically a dimensional strike. These 2 years I've been delving into the fusion rules, the fusion of space rules, Taiji rule, and other cosmic forces, which has also made considerable progress, fully capable of utilizing the new powers after the fusion rules. Lin Yuan thought silently. There are 2 benefits to this approach. First, the power formed after the fusion of rules, even if not completely fused yet, is far superior to any single method. Secondly, the new power formed by the fusion of cosmic force and space rules can completely cover up the fact that Lin Yuan has realized dozens of cosmic forces. At most, it will seem that Lin Yuan's power after rule fusion is unnaturally strong. However, in this regard, unless Lin Yuan is captured and dissected for research, no useful conclusions can be drawn. Has the war not yet commenced? Lin Yuan glanced at the central area of the battlefield, where human civilization and the Jianghu clan were in a standoff. It's almost time to make a move. Lin Yuan got up, knowing that translocation and teleportation were difficult on the battlefields of different races, so it was best to arrive as early as possible. As for the delay in absorbing world-breaking origin force, he didn't care about this bit of time. As long as the Jianghu clan was dealt with smoothly, Lin Yuan would have plenty of time to absorb the world-breaking origin force here. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged. In front of him, a crystal-clear, irregular fragment hovered. If an 8th layer evolver, or even a 9th rank evolver, were here, they would notice that within this sparkling fragment, traces of various rules flickered and flowed. The powers of various rules flashed by and then fused together perfectly before separating again, cycling endlessly in this manner. This chaos crystal is truly too marvelous. How can it so perfectly fuse such diverse forces of rules? Lin Yuan was enraptured. The chaos crystal was indeed the name of this crystal-clear, irregular crystal. It was also the treasure Lin Yuan had carefully selected from the reward vault unlocked by stone statue Xianxia after he passed through the 2nd floor of the Black Tower. This chaos crystal originated from the accidental discovery by the Moyu Tower Master while passing through a mysterious place in bygone years. That place was always in a state of chaos, with countless rules continuously fusing and separating within it. Inside the chaos crystal, a scene closely mirroring that mysterious place was recreated. Wood, fire, earth, metal, water, the 5 elements, light, thunder, cold, life, space, and even time. The various rules occasionally merged and occasionally split. After observing the rewards of the 2nd and 3rd levels for a long time, Lin Yuan finally selected this chaos crystal following the suggestion of statue Xianxia. Because observing and understanding this chaos crystal greatly guided Lin Yuan in his upcoming fusion of the Taiji rule and various cosmic forces into the space rules. Ordinary evolvers, not to mention 8th and 9th layer evolvers, would find it extremely difficult to glean much from this chaos crystal. But Lin Yuan possessed against heaven's understanding, and the effect of this chaos crystal on him was far beyond imagination. In just 2 short years, Lin Yuan had progressed from the very beginning of his fusion process, 1/10 complete, to now half complete. All thanks to this chaos crystal. After all, in the spirit realm, it took Lin Yuan hundreds of years just to complete the initial 1/10 stage of the fusion process. Your against heaven's understanding allows you to observe and contemplate the mysterious crystal, deepening your insight into the fusion rules. Your against heaven's understanding allows you to observe and contemplate the mysterious crystal, deepening your insight into the fusion rules. Your against heaven's understanding allows you to observe and contemplate the mysterious crystal, deepening your insight into the fusion rules. Lin Yuan devoted most of his mental and spiritual energy to contemplating the chaos crystal. Choosing this chaos crystal, aside from it being a guide for his own rule fusion, was more importantly because Lin Yuan sensed that even if he stepped into the 9th or 10th rank in the future, this chaos crystal would still have a significant effect. After all, the chaos crystal's integration of numerous rules went far beyond just the space rules and many common rules. It included the rule of life and even the rule of time. The rule of time, that was a foundational rule only expected to be mastered by 10th rank and even 11th rank powerhouses. With the rule of time, even without reaching the level of a supreme being, one could achieve, in a certain sense, infinite lifespan. It's marvelous. So this is the change that occurs after integrating the space rules. Lin Yuan raised his right hand and strands of space force intertwined with Taiji force, eventually merging slowly together. But when the fusion was halfway complete, it suddenly shattered and reformed into space force and Taiji force. However, Lin Yuan was not disappointed. Through this brief fusion, He had eliminated any bottlenecks on his path ahead. There are other cosmic forces as well. Lin Yuan was about to try them one by one. Suddenly, at that moment, Lin Yuan's expression shifted slightly. Ha! Lin Yuan looked up in a certain direction. Chapter 523 The Galaxy Master Arrives. Please subscribe. The Jianghu clan has launched a war? Lin Yuan's gaze reached distantly toward the direction of the B0001 exotic battlefield. At this moment, his Taiji primordial spirit was about to arrive at the center of the battlefield, faintly perceiving the fluctuations of combat between 8th layer invincibles. As long as I can block or repel the Jianghu clan, I can at least gain 10 million merit points, Lin Yuan thought to himself. Even for an invincible of the 8th layer who spends countless years battling on the battlefields of different races, amassing such a large number of merit points is very difficult. For an evolutionary scholar like Lin Yuan, relying on the breakthrough of the 9th stage Martial Tao chapter was the only way to gain an equivalent number of merit points. As for the other methods, the efficiency is too low, with time required exceeding several 100,000 to millions of years. And merit points are just Lin Yuan's guaranteed minimum gain. During the confrontation with the many strong warriors of the Jianghu clan, as long as he can kill the 8th layer invincibles of the opposing side, all the spoils of war naturally belong to Lin Yuan. Not long ago in the Milky Way star region, the 2 8th layer invincible beings of different species whom Lin Yuan killed had given him spoils of war worth nearly 500,000 cubic universe crystals. Indeed, those 2 8th layer invincibles of different species hadn't expected to die, so they carried many treasures with them, resulting in Lin Yuan's exceptionally high gains. But the number of 8th layer invincibles from the Jianghu clan on the battlefield is far more than just 2, and if the quality isn't enough, quantity will make up for it. In any case, Lin Yuan was very much looking forward to his upcoming gains. At the center of battlefield B0001, the Baiyun Lord and a 6-winged elder of the Jianghu clan stood facing each other, standing tall in the void. 2 utterly different cosmic forces, like the sea, surged tumultuously and collided relentlessly. Baiyun, you're still the same old you, your moves haven't changed at all. Fighting with you is actually quite boring, the 6-winged elder sneered. Is that so? The expression of the Baiyun Lord remained unchanged. In terms of command over cosmic force, he was inferior to the 6-winged elder. The latter's cosmic force was high-level cosmic force, but the Baiyun Lord's cosmic force was special, capable of holding off the 6-winged elder. Slash! The 6-winged elder lifted his right hand and pressed it down toward the Baiyun Lord. Suddenly, the ferocious cosmic force converged, like an extremely sharp divine weapon, slashing down towards the Baiyun Lord. The cosmic force wielded by the 6-winged elder originated from the spatial storms produced by the shattering of the void, an endless space transforming into blades, obliterating everything. You haven't changed much either, still the same few moves, the Baiyun Lord snorted coldly, and within 100 million miles around him, suddenly, clusters of white clouds appeared. The clouds intertwined and merged, colliding with and annihilating the cosmic force the 6-winged elder had slashed down. In just a few breaths, a large portion of the 2 kinds of cosmic force vanished, the rest rapidly dissipating into the void. Baiyun has blocked it. At least he wasn't injured. The dozens of human 8th layer invincible evolvers below let out a slight sigh of relief. The Baiyun Lord was the most powerful of the 8th layer invincibles on their side, and even though the Galaxy Master was paying attention, they couldn't be completely useless and just wait for the Galaxy Master to intervene and save them. Ha 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 ha, since that's the case, let me show you my new technique, the 6-winged elder chuckled lightly. This move has only recently been comprehended from the depths of my clan's bloodline, enjoy it. After speaking, the 6-winged elder gently spread the 6 pairs of wings on his back, the pristine wings as if strumming the strings of a harp, causing the space in all directions to undulate like flowing water. The Baiyun Lord furrowed his brows. The undulating space began to assault the cosmic force around his body. The cosmic force that resembled white clouds slowly crumbled under this invisible spatial undulation, swiftly spreading toward his true body. What kind of technique is this? The Baiyun Lord's face showed a slight change. He immediately gathered his cosmic force, focusing it within a few miles of his body, barely managing to block the encroaching spatial undulation. This is troublesome. A heavy feeling settled in the heart of the Baiyun Lord. Under the spatial undulation stirred up by the 6-winged elder, he was forcibly confined within a few miles. Although he was confident in blocking the 6-winged elder's subsequent attacks, He clearly had no ability to intervene in the outside world. This meant the six-winged elder had already limited him, allowing himself the spare energy to deal with the human 8th layer invincible evolvers. Up to now, you haven't used any secret treasures. It seems that this time your trump card isn't an external object but calling for reinforcements, right? The six-winged elder looked down at the Baiyun Lord and spoke indifferently. Bring out whatever reinforcements you have quickly, or it'll be too late. The six-winged elder raised his left hand and pressed down towards the other human 8th layer invincible evolvers. Buzz! Strands of spatial undulation spread like running water, quickly expanding to millions of miles. At this moment, space was like an iron box. On the human side, the evolvers, even the invincible of the 8th layer, found their flying speeds drastically reduced. Go ahead and attack. As soon as the words of the six-winged elder fell, dozens of 8th layer invincible beings from the Jianghu clan started to approach them. Various cosmic forces erupted wildly, forming profound currents and spreading toward the side of the human evolvers. This isn't good. The Baiyun Lord, who was bound by the six-winged elder, changed his expression dramatically. The six-winged elder has the excess strength to strike, suppressing the speed of all human 8th layer invincible evolvers in the battlefield, forcing them to face the Jianghu clan's 8th layer invincibles head-on. This was not a good sign. Let's not talk about the number of 8th layer invincible warriors of the Jianghu clan being higher than the human 8th layer invincible evolvers. The six-winged elder was still by the side watching, able to strike at any time. Galaxy Master, please take action quickly. At this moment, the Baiyun Lord could only place all his hopes on Lin Yuan. Chapter 524 The Galaxy Master arrives. Subscription request. Under Sir 2. Have the reinforcements not appeared yet? The six-winged elder was also carefully observing the field, on guard for an 8th layer invincible from the humans that could appear at any moment. Whoosh! An intangible breath descended, congregating above the battlefield, where the force of the black and white yin-yang taiji coalesced into the tall figure of Lin Yuan. His gaze was profound and indifferent. Merely standing there, he began to influence the surrounding space. The six-winged elder sensed the anomaly immediately, and he looked up at Lin Yuan with an extremely solemn expression. The Galaxy Master. Galaxy Master, you've finally taken action. The Baiyun Lord also looked towards Lin Yuan, and his hanging heart finally settled down. The Galaxy Master is here? The Galaxy Master has finally arrived. We're too useless, we didn't even force out Jianghu clan's trump card, and the Galaxy Master was forced to take action. Each and every one of the human 8th layer invincibles brimmed with excitement. After all, the Galaxy Master was too powerful. Not yet 100 years old and already at the 8th layer, having comprehended 3 types of high-level cosmic forces, and further having slain 2 8th layer invincible beings from a different species. In the history of human civilization, no 8th rank evolver had emerged as powerful as Lin Yuan. A progeny of a supreme being might be able to kill other 8th layer invincible beings at the 8th rank. But that would be with the aid of treasures bestowed by a supreme being. But what about the Galaxy Master? He had just one 8th layer invincible tutor, the Chikuan Starlord. The Chikuan Starlord's disciple indeed counted as significant backing for other 7th and 8th rank evolvers. But what was that to other 8th layer invincible human evolvers? The Galaxy Master had reached where he was today almost all on his own. The Galaxy Master? The six-winged elder was equally strained. Even when the think tank of the Jianghu clan had predicted the situation, they mentioned the possibility of the Galaxy Master's appearance. But when faced with such a legendary 8th layer invincible, the six-winged elder still felt immense pressure. This was the Galaxy Master. He broke the myth of the 8th layer invincibles, raising the ceiling for the 8th layer invincibles. In the think tank's assessment of the Galaxy Master, they determined that his chances of stepping into the 9th rank exceeded 90%. What did 90% signify? It was nearly the same as directly stating that the Galaxy Master was certain to ascend to the 9th rank. Human civilization with its vast population was generally far less talented than the Jianghu clan, yet it had produced such an anomalous genius, making the unparalleled talents within the Jianghu clan seem dim and lackluster. Why can't I lock onto the Galaxy Master's position, even though he's standing there? It's as if he's in the depths of infinite spatial layers, visible but untouchable. The six-winged elder's eyebrows twitched. He stared intently at Lin Yuan, only to find that the Lin Yuan he saw seemed unreal, like a flower in a mirror or the moon reflected on the water. The moment Lin Yuan appeared, vast spatial fluctuations enveloped the area in all directions. Under these spatial fluctuations, the ripples of space exerted by the six-winged elder began to collapse, and the human eighth-layer invincibles, who had been suppressed in speed, found themselves freed from suppression. Zoom. The Baiyun Lord likewise broke free from the constraint, turning around to return to the side of the human eighth-layer invincibles. After the arrival of the Galaxy Master, the highest command authority over the human civilization evolvers on the battlefield had transferred from the Baiyun Lord to the Galaxy Master. It broke my trump card so effortlessly? The six-winged elder's expression was grave. His space ripple technique, a move he realized from the depths of his bloodline and combined with his own mastery of cosmic force, was terrifyingly powerful. With only a slight effort, it suppressed the Baiyun Lord, an experienced eighth-layer invincible, but before the Galaxy Master, it seemed as fragile as thin paper. The Galaxy Master. The six-winged elder did not retreat, believing that even if he was no match for the Galaxy Master, he would not easily be killed by him. Compared to those two eighth-layer invincibles who died at the hands of the Galaxy Master, the six-winged elder, who came from one of the Peak clans, possessed more life-saving means, and the cosmic force he had comprehended was also high-level. Lin Yuan looked at the six-winged elder with a smile. It's been quite some time since I've taken action. I hope the treasures you carry have some value. Otherwise, killing you would be somewhat dull. Upon hearing this, the six-winged elder's face turned ugly. Galaxy Master, are you so certain you can kill me? Both were eighth-layer invincibles, and even if the Galaxy Master had mastered 3 types of high-level cosmic forces, he too had mastered 1 type of high-level cosmic force. And delving deeply into his own bloodline, he had also comprehended a multitude of killing moves. Did the Galaxy Master really consider him as one of those ordinary eighth-layer invincibles? When the Galaxy Master appeared, it not only caught the attention of human eighth-layer invincible evolvers. The many strong members of the Jianghu clan were also quietly tensing up. Galaxy Master. Is this not the one heralded as the first invincible of the eighth layer in the history of human civilization? I wonder what mysteries lie within the 3 higher cosmic forces he holds. Should we attack now? Haven't you seen the leader hasn't given an order? The leader probably wants to test the Galaxy Master's strength, and then devise a plan to decide how many eighth-layer invincibles are needed to hold off the Galaxy Master. One by one, the eighth-layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan stopped attacking and stood their ground to watch. Even if they knew that the Galaxy Master possessed the combat power to kill eighth-layer invincibles, they did not believe that the six-winged elder would encounter any trouble at the hands of the Galaxy Master. At worst, he would suffer a bit and be suppressed for a while. This would also provide a better assessment of the Galaxy Master's strength. The six-winged elder felt aggrieved in his heart as he stared fixedly at Lin Yuan. Since the Galaxy Master is so confident, I won't hold back any longer. This space secret treasure, containing the complete space rules, was refined by one of our clan's powerful 9th-rank beings. I want to see, with this treasure protecting me, just how you, the Galaxy Master, plan to kill me. The six-winged elder raised his right hand, and a silver-white cube floated in the air, slowly rotating. He had gone all out too. Such a space secret treasure would normally be a last resort, but facing the Galaxy Master, the six-winged elder had no desire to hide it, as he would use it right from the start. Not bad at all. Your Jianghu clan, quite generous. Lin Yuan watched the silver-white cube in the hands of the six-winged elder and nodded slightly. This treasure, although not a 9th-tier secret treasure, was worth just as much, containing the complete space rules not just as a weapon but also allowing its possessor to comprehend them. Go! The six-winged elder activated the silver-white cube, and space around it began to fluctuate once more, with strands of space power turning into a spatial tempest that swept towards Lin Yuan. Lin Yuan watched quietly. With a silver-white cube, the six-winged elder's strength was enough to suppress ordinary 8th-layer invincibles, as the cube was an external force, equivalent to a 9th-tier secret treasure. Lin Yuan looked at the rapidly approaching spatial fluctuations, and with a mere thought, the violent space power began to calm down, the silver-white cube included, which stopped rotating and fell silent. What? The six-winged elder couldn't believe it. The Galaxy Master's mastery over space was even greater than his when wielding the silver-white cube? With my understanding of space, combined with this space secret treasure, how could anyone suppress me so completely in the field of space? The six-winged elder could not accept what was happening before his eyes. Unless... The six-winged elder looked toward Lin Yuan, a preposterous thought suddenly emerging in his mind. Unless Lin Yuan had completely pierced through the complete space rules, only then could someone so overwhelmingly dominate him in the realm of space. The silver-white cube indeed contained the complete space rules, but after all, it was only a weapon, a lifeless object, and when facing someone who had fully comprehended the complete space rules, it was naturally restrained. Die! Lin Yuan looked at the six-winged elder, whose expression had turned fearful, and without wanting to waste words, waved his hand lightly. An invisible force pierced through the void, and the six-winged elder's form stiffened, rapidly crumbling to dust. The silver-white cube and the space bracelet fell and appeared in Lin Yuan's hand. The force fused with the complete space rules and many cosmic forces was something the six-winged elder could not begin to resist. On the side of the Jianghu clan, the numerous eighth-layer invincible strong members fell silent. They had originally planned to see how many killing moves the six-winged elder might force out of the Galaxy Master. But in the end, did the Galaxy Master just need to swing his sleeve, and the six-winged elder was shattered? This power, in the high altitudes of the battlefield, within another layer of space, the ninth-rank individuals of the Jianghu clan, who had been casually observing the battle, saw Lin Yuan's move and their expressions changed slightly, revealing shock. Chapter 525 Massacre, Subscription Requested, Space Rules. He has mastered the complete space rules? The Jianghu clan's ninth-rank powerhouse stared at Lin Yuan, his eyes filled with astonishment. Even the six-winged elder, who ultimately managed to guess and perceive this fact, it was naturally clear to him too. The moment the Galaxy Master instantly dispelled the silver-white cubic treasure containing the complete space rules, the only possibility was his absolute control over space. With just a thought, space is created. And this, only those who had mastered the complete space rules could achieve. Not even 100 years old, and he has comprehended the complete space rules? The Jianghu clan's ninth-rank expert was somewhat stunned. The name of the Galaxy Master was also circulated among their ninth-rank level, comprehending 3 kinds of high-level cosmic forces, almost inevitably becoming a ninth-rank evolver. You should know, which of these ninth-rank powerhouses didn't go through countless hardships to enter this level? Initially, this Jianghu clan ninth rank thought that Lin Yuan's current achievements had some luck. After all, comprehending cosmic force indeed involved randomness. Cosmic forces cannot be duplicated, cannot be simulated. There are no specific paths or directions. Some brilliantly talented powerhouses might not comprehend a cosmic force in their entire life at the 8th layer, while some comparatively mediocre 8th layers might casually pick a direction and it might be a sort of cosmic force. But now, since the Galaxy Master had comprehended the complete space rules, it was different. Comprehending cosmic force might involve randomness and luck, but fully understanding the complete space rules could only rely on oneself. And amongst the 10,000 races of the cosmic starry sky, those who could comprehend the complete space rules at the 8th layer were too few, far less common than 9th and 10th rank powerhouses. This is going to be troublesome. The Jianghu clan's 9th rank powerhouse furrowed his brows. An existence that had comprehended the complete space rules was far more troublesome than an invincible 8th layer. With a higher level of understanding of space, those who had comprehended the complete space rules could completely make a mockery out of a group of invincible 8th layers by using layers upon layers of spatial layers to exile each invincible 8th layer into the depths of the void. What's more, the Galaxy Master was not just someone who had comprehended the complete space rules. In this war our clan must win. The Jianghu clan's 9th rank expert immediately started contacting the clan's powerhouses. Solanti, you're holding a 9th rank defensive treasure, come over. The Jianghu clan's 9th rank expert used his own location as the coordinate, summoning a Jianghu clan powerhouse from the old Nest star domain of the Jianghu clan. Solanti, one of the top 10 geniuses of the current era of the Jianghu clan, had a 50% chance of stepping into the 9th rank. In just 10,000 years, he had understood a high-level cosmic force, and also delved deeply into his own bloodline talent, mastering 3 kinds of bloodline talents. The Jianghu clan's 9th rank didn't hope for Solanti to defeat the Galaxy Master. As long as he could hold him off, or entangle part of the Galaxy Master's attention, that would suffice. As long as the Galaxy Master couldn't unscrupulously act against the Jianghu clan's invincible 8th layers, then the Jianghu clan still had a chance to win this war. On the side of human civilization. Within the numerous spatial layers, a 9th rank evolver was also incredibly surprised as he observed Lin Yuan. His name was Shilon, a 9th rank evolver stationed by human civilization at this battlefield. He actually comprehended the complete space rules? Shilon blinked his eyes. It had taken him thousands of years to comprehend the complete space rules. These thousands of years were after stepping into the 9th rank. Xilan, from his lofty position, found it much easier to comprehend space rules compared to an 8th rank evolver. This little guy. Xilan was at a loss for words for a moment. Anyone who could become a 9th rank was a proud figure of his generation, but now compared to the Galaxy Master, he felt he had lived these years in vain. The talent and aptitude of the Galaxy Master are even beyond what the rumor suggested. Such a treasure must be well protected. Xilan immediately spirited himself up, preventing the Jianghu clan's 9th rank powerhouses from making a desperate move. Even if the present Galaxy Master was just an avatar, weren't there methods to affect the original body through the avatar? Xilan had already placed the importance of the Galaxy Master above the outcome of the war in his heart. The war with the Jianghu clan could be lost, but the Galaxy Master absolutely must not come to harm. If necessary, he would tear apart the unspoken rules just to ensure the Galaxy Master was safe. In the middle of the battlefield, Lin Yuan was checking the contents of the 6-winged Elder Space Bracelet. Really poor. Lin Yuan shook his head slightly. There was nothing of much value in the bracelet. All put together would probably amount to a few thousand cubic universe crystals. This was quite normal. The invincible of the 8th layers who dared to come to the battlefield were mostly prepared to die. Naturally, they wouldn't carry valuable treasures on them. But this space secret treasure should be quite valuable. Lin Yuan glanced at the silver-white cubic object beside him. This secret treasure was the Jianghu clan's trump card against the war to prevent human civilization from deploying a 9th-tier secret treasure. The result ended up in Lin Yuan's hands. Just then, a Jianghu clan powerhouse with 8 pairs of wings on his back wearing a purple armor appeared on the battlefield following spatial fluctuations. My name is Solanti, Galaxy Master. Your opponent is me. As soon as Solanti appeared, the many invincible 8th layers of the Jianghu clan, who had been in chaos, felt a bit more settled in their hearts. Solanti was one of the top 10 geniuses below the 9th rank of the Jianghu clan, much stronger than the previous 6-winged elder. And the purple armor Solanti was wearing emitted profound and distant fluctuations, obviously a 9th rank defensive treasure. With Solanti's strength, plus a 9th rank defensive treasure, even if the Galaxy Master had comprehended the complete space rules, dealing with him wouldn't be easy. Chapter 526 Massacre, subscription requested. Understood why did the 6-winged elder so easily fall into the hands of the Galaxy Master? It was entirely because his spatial secret treasure was countered by heaven. Before this, who knew that the Galaxy Master had fully grasped the complete space rules? Had the 6-winged elder known in advance, he definitely wouldn't have used that silver-white cubic artifact. On the battlefield, Lin Yuan looked at Solanti, who had 8 pairs of wings. A 9th rank defensive treasure? Lin Yuan's eyes lit up slightly, recognizing it as a valuable item, no less significant than the spatial treasure, fashioned by a 9th-tier powerhouse after much effort. Galaxy Master. Solanti felt immense pressure. I am one of the 10 strongest 8th-layer members of the Jianghu clan, possessing 3 types of bloodline talents, and now I even wield a 9th-tier secret treasure. I feel I have the capability to kill an unparalleled 8th layer. Solanti's thoughts shifted, gradually restoring his confidence. How powerful could the Galaxy Master be? He wasn't aiming to defeat the Galaxy Master after all. Just stall him. Stalling would suffice. Make your move. Otherwise, you'll lose your chance soon. Lin Yuan sized up Solanti and then spoke. Letting the opponent strike first wasn't out of arrogance on Lin Yuan's part. He wanted to assess the methods at the disposal of the other party, to see if they could be integrated into his own martial Tao cultivation system. Becoming stronger through battle epitomized someone like Lin Yuan with incredible comprehension. Someone who could even turn an enemy into nourishment for himself. Good. Solanti's thoughts flickered, and within hundreds of millions of miles around him, endless thunderbolts appeared in all directions. The thunderbolts moved swiftly, permeating numerous spatial layers, forming a vast thunderclap defense around him. A small portion of the thunderclaps targeted the Galaxy Master. With the earlier warning from the 6-winged elder, Solanti focused mainly on defense without hoping his attacks would affect the Galaxy Master. Not a bad use of the thunderclap rules, Lin Yuan nodded slightly. Thunderclap rules, while not a foundational rule, were particularly potent in terms of destructive power. Go! Lin Yuan alone stimulated the power to annihilate, entwining it with Solanti's thunderbolt power. The two forces were locked in a stalemate. Although Lin Yuan had the upper hand, it was clear that he wouldn't be able to defeat Solanti quickly. With the 9th rank defensive treasure, the Galaxy Master's attacks couldn't harm Solanti. I managed to hold back the Galaxy Master? Solanti rejoiced inwardly, putting even more effort into his actions. We've finally restrained the Galaxy Master, the 9th rank powerhouse from the Qianyu clan also watched. But this Galaxy Master's rate of growth will definitely become a major threat to our clan eventually. The gaze of the Qianyu clan 9th rank powerhouse was somber. The current Galaxy Master already had the capability to decide the outcome of mid-sized battlefields. What about later, once he had fully matured? Wouldn't he be able to influence large-scale battlefields? Ha 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 ha, worthy of one of our 10 greatest 8th layer prodigies. What can the Galaxy Master do after all? Still, the Galaxy Master is too strong, pressing hard on Master Solanti. If it weren't for that 9th tier treasure. Regardless, at least we don't have to face the Galaxy Master directly. One after another, the invincible 8th layers of the Qianyu clan breathed a sigh of relief, conversing among themselves. It's about time. After entangling with Solanti for a while, Lin Yuan ultimately prevailed with a slightly superior soul attack, crushing his opponent's soul. 9th rank defensive treasure. Upon Solanti's death, that 9th rank defensive treasure naturally fell into Lin Yuan's hands. Didn't expect the Galaxy Master to excel in soul attacks? The Qianyu clan 9th rank powerhouse pondered, then contacted his clan. Balak, you hold a 9th rank soul defense treasure, come to the battlefield. Balak too was among the strongest 10 8th layers of this era in the Qianyu clan, surpassing Solanti in direct combat strength. If Solanti could hold the Galaxy Master for that long, then Balak, carrying the 9th rank soul defense treasure and specially targeting the Galaxy Master, should surely be able to bind him thoroughly, gaining a substantial amount of time for the Qianyu clan's warfare. Galaxy Master. Balak was bulky, very different from the typically slender members of the Qianyu clan, yet exuded an extremely terrifying aura. I have a 9th rank soul defense artifact. Your soul attacks are futile against me, Balak remarked, though his words seemed more to bolster his own courage than to address Lin Yuan. Half an hour later. After a lengthy struggle with Balak, Lin Yuan finally crushed his opponent on a physical level. Upon Balak's death, the 9th rank soul defense artifact likewise fell into Lin Yuan's hands. The Galaxy Master's physical attacks are fearsome too? The Qianyu clan 9th rank powerhouse fell into contemplation. Jera, you carry. The Qianyu clan 9th rank powerhouse continued to contact the clan, deploying another among the top 10 prodigious 8th layers. Suddenly, 2 or 3 hours passed. 6 of the Qianyu clan's top 10 geniuses had already died at the hands of Lin Yuan. These 6 invincible 8th layer geniuses of the Qianyu clan all wielded 9th tier secret treasures specifically targeting the Galaxy Master. Yet they ultimately died a difficult death at the hands of the Galaxy Master. Something's off. The eyes of the Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse narrowed. Every time a Qianyu clan 8th layer genius wielding a 9th tier secret treasure fought, they all narrowly died at the hands of the Galaxy Master. If it had happened once or twice, it could be a coincidence. But for this scenario to happen 6 times in a row? This Galaxy Master? Is he deliberately hiding his strength? The Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse regained his composure. To deceive my clan's 9th tier secret treasures? How shameless! Feelings of anger surged within the heart of the Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse. As far as the overall resources of the Qianyu clan were concerned, 7 or 8 9th tier secret treasures were not a big deal. But for an individual, even for a 9th rank powerhouse like him, 7 or 8 9th tier secret treasures surpassed all his possessions. And now, this wealth, enough to make any ordinary 9th rank powerhouse envious, had all been handed to the Galaxy Master? No need to keep people entangled with the Galaxy Master any longer. Abandon battlefield B0001, retreat with all your strength. Just then, a voice resonated next to the ear of the Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse. My clan's think tank. The expression of the Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse slightly changed. The voice he heard was indeed from a member of the Qianyu clan's think tank. And for the think tank to make such a decision, there was only one possibility. That was, according to the analysis and predictions of the think tank, the Qianyu clan had no chance of winning the war. Galaxy Master. The Qianyu clan's 9th rank powerhouse looked again toward the Galaxy Master. The war had just started, and the Qianyu clan's think tank had predicted an 80% chance of victory in this war. But now, to actually retreat was tantamount to admitting certain defeat. The only difference in the meantime was the involvement of the Galaxy Master in the battlefield. Full retreat. The Jianghu clan's 9th rank powerhouse immediately began relaying his orders. In the medium-sized battlefield, 9th rank powerhouses were not allowed to interfere in the war, but this prohibition meant no direct or personal interference. Merely issuing a retreat order still fell within the allowed rules. On the battlefield, many 8th layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan watched their brethren, after intense struggles, die at the hands of the Galaxy Master, feeling a surge of unwillingness in their hearts. If they carried one more 9th tier secret treasure, they might have been able to hold on a bit longer. Right, I noticed the Galaxy Master was starting to struggle. Indeed, it was just a bit off. One by one, the 8th layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan quietly exchanged their views. Suddenly, a cold voice resonated in the ears of all the 8th layer invincibles. Full retreat. This command immediately caused the expressions of several 8th layer invincibles to change dramatically. They recognized the voice. It came from that 9th rank powerhouse of the Jianghu clan who was in charge of this war. Retreat. We are all retreating? Our clan sees no hope of winning? Though the 8th layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan were puzzled, being on the battlefield meant they had to follow commands, especially those from a fellow clan 9th rank powerhouse. Within an instant, one by one, the 8th layer invincibles began to frantically retreat towards the back. High above, Lin Yuan waited for a moment and did not see another 9th tier secret treasure-wielding Jianghu clan powerhouse appear. He also noticed the frenzied retreat of the Jianghu clan's 8th layer invincibles. Did they notice? Lin Yuan sighed inwardly. Ever since the second 9th tier secret treasure-wielding clan genius was sent from the Jianghu side, an idea had formed in Lin Yuan's mind, to deliberately suppress his strength, to lead the Jianghu clan to believe they had a chance of stalling him. To keep up the ruse for just a while and waste half an hour would result in gaining a 9th tier secret treasure worth hundreds of thousands of cosmic crystals. Such a trade was too worthwhile. But unfortunately, the response from the Jianghu clan was quick. Upon sensing something was amiss, they immediately gave up on the war and ordered all 8th layer invincibles to retreat. Since that's the case, Lin Yuan looked towards the many frantically fleeing 8th layer invincibles of the Jianghu clan. Then I shall start a killing spree. Chapter 527 Influencing the Battlefields of Different Races. Please subscribe. 4 Lin Yuan, spending nearly half an hour to kill the 10 most talented Jianghu clan members at the 8th layer, each holding a 9th tier secret treasure, was the result of him holding back his full strength. Even during that time, he was very careful, fearing that he might crush his opponents prematurely. However, those watching evolvers of human civilization at the unbeatable 8th layer were struck to the core with shock. The Galaxy Master has killed another unbeatable 8th layer being with a 9th tier secret treasure? And this unbeatable 8th layer was one of the 10 strongest 8th layer beings of the Jianghu clan? Evolvers at the unbeatable 8th layer exclaimed in astonishment. Even amongst the unbeatable of the 8th layer, there are levels of strength. The unbeatable evolvers that the Jianghu clan sent out were, without a doubt, among the very best, and they even held 9th tier secret treasures? And yet they were killed one by the Galaxy Master? How incredible is this? Truly worthy of being the Galaxy Master. The Baiyun Lord was exhilarated, as Lin Yuan with his own power, ground the Jianghu clan into the dust at the top tier of combat strength. This greatly boosted the morale of their side. Under these circumstances, the Baiyun Lord was confident they wouldn't lose the war. Now is the time. Launch the counterattack immediately. Just as the Baiyun Lord was about to command the many unbeatable evolvers of the 8th layer, he saw something unthinkable. In the distance, the unbeatable Jianghu clan members, as if frightened by something, began retreating towards the back. What? The Baiyun Lord was a bit dumbfounded. He couldn't understand why the Jianghu clan would retreat en masse. This meant that they had given up the battlefield completely, renouncing the war. Why was this? Although the Galaxy Master was very strong, he wasn't extraordinarily so. He had even spent a good half hour, and the Jianghu clan could have sent more unbeatable evolvers of the 8th layer to restrain him. Why withdraw directly? The Baiyun Lord could not comprehend it. The unbeatable evolvers of human civilization at the 8th layer also could not understand. However, at this moment, Lin Yuan, standing in the sky above the battlefield, vanished without a trace. In the depths of the heavy spatial layers, the countenance of that 9th-ranked Jianghu clan powerhouse suddenly changed drastically. Not good. The 9th rank powerhouse wanted to act, but in the end, restrained himself. The next moment, Lin Yuan appeared above the heads of the fleeing Tianyu clan's unbeatable 8th layer members. Die! With just a thought from Lin Yuan, the power that merged space rules with the many cosmic forces swept out. This power was not fully formed, just halfway merged, but it could still be used with some effort. Boom! The invisible merged power swept across all directions, making the unbeatable evolvers of the Tianyu clan, as fragile as thin paper, disintegrate into powder. No! A few of the Tianyu clan's unbeatable 8th layer beings who had escaped some distance showed terror on their faces, followed by the sweeping power of the invisible force, disintegrating them as well. In just a few breaths, the dozens of Tianyu clan's unbeatable 8th layer members, who had scattered and fled, all fell and died. Although these unbeatable 8th layers still have their original bodies and haven't died completely, forming an avatar with strength close to the original is no easy feat. It can be anticipated that for a long time to come, these unbeatable Tianyu clan members at the 8th layer will not be able to support other battlefields. Space bracelets. Lin Yuan lifted his right hand, and the numerous spatial storage treasures of those Tianyu clan unbeatable 8th layer members all fell into his hands. Even though these unbeatable 8th layers wouldn't carry excessively precious treasures on them, they would at least carry weapon treasures of the 8th layer to ensure the strength of their avatars. The value of these weapon treasures, though not high individually, together constitute a considerable fortune. No less than 200,000 cubic universe crystals. In the territory of the Tianyu clan, the original bodies of the unbeatable 8th layer members opened their eyes, having just lost their avatars, and now, their expressions were filled with shock. How could this be? That Galaxy Master. His strength is too terrifying. 9th rank, it must be 9th rank. Human civilization has violated the rules, employing a 9th rank evolver. It shouldn't be 9th rank. Otherwise, our 9th rank would have acted long ago. However, the Galaxy Master, even if not 9th rank, must have exceeded the 9th rank threshold, or he wouldn't be able to crush us like this. The hearts of the many unbeatable 8th layer members of the Tianyu clan trembled. A strong person at the beginning of 9th rank, who has yet to fathom the complete space rules, would find it hard to kill an unbeatable 8th layer. Yet, the Galaxy Master was able to sweep away a group of unbeatable 8th layers, and easily kill them, showing that his combat strength was incomparable to ordinary 9th rank strong individuals. That Galaxy Master has been hiding his true strength all along. Now, I finally understand why our 9th rank ordered a retreat. Human civilization really is favored by the cosmos, having given birth to a freak like the Galaxy Master. The unbeatable 8th layer members of the Tianyu clan spoke with complex tones, feeling fear, panic, awe, and a tinge of admiration towards Lin Yuan. With the body of 8th layer, he unleashed the combat power of 9th rank. Although they didn't know how the Galaxy Master achieved this, from an evolutionary perspective, he was undoubtedly ahead of them. Not just ahead, but far surpassing all 8th layer beings of this generation. Unprecedented in history, among the 10,000 races of the cosmic starry sky, including those few peak clans, all 8th layer beings of this generation seem exceedingly trivial in front of the Galaxy Master. On the side of humanity, all the evolvers watched the unbeatable Tianyu clan members at the 8th layer disintegrate under Lin Yuan's feet. They fell into an unconscious silence. The spectacle before them was too stimulating. Lin Yuan had spent half an hour killing each of those Tianyu clan prodigies who held a 9th-tier secret treasure. Chapter 528 Influencing the Battlefields of Different Races. Please subscribe. Under 2 the excitement had already engulfed numerous human evolvers, but now for the Galaxy Master, killing those of the 8th layer was as easy as slaughtering chickens. No, it was easier than slaughtering chickens, for chickens at least struggle a bit before dying, but those of the Tianyu clan at the 8th layer couldn't even struggle before they perished. The human evolvers had contemplated winning the war against the Tianyu clan under the leadership of the Galaxy Master, but that would inevitably require a hard-fought battle, and even result in the deaths of a few human 8th layer evolvers. And now, had the Galaxy Master solved everything? From beginning to end, apart from the Baiyun Lord who had taken action, these 8th layer evolvers were just like ornaments, merely watching from behind. Galaxy Master. The invincible Galaxy Master. All the 8th layer beings had become utterly fanatical. They had never seen an 8th layer being so powerful that they could battle those of the 9th rank, a rarity for human civilization's evolvers. Human civilization had a vast population with individuals, on average, at the bottom in terms of talent among the peak clans, although prodigies occasionally emerged. However, members of other powerful peak clans could also produce prodigious talents. Throughout the 2 million years of the Starry Sea era, the greatest prodigies born of human civilization, compared to the strongest prodigies of the same rank from other peak clans, always had minor differences, with only a few achieving parity. But now the Galaxy Master, although at the 8th layer, had left other 8th layer beings from the peak clans far behind. Deep within the layers of space, a 9th rank member of the Jianghu clan glared at Lin Yuan, the murderous intent in his eyes nearly spilling out. At this moment, the strength displayed by the Galaxy Master was so terrifying that even he felt a tingling scalp. Such a peerless genius living another day would mean colossal future losses for the Jianghu clan. Ancestor. The 9th ranked Jianghu being immediately began contacting their clan's ancestor. The Jianghu clan, along with human civilization and the insect race, belonged to the peak clans that stood at the pinnacle of the universe, overseeing the myriad clans. The Jianghu clan had 7 ancestors, each a supreme being, who mostly stayed out of affairs. However, at this moment, the 9th ranked Jianghu being deemed it necessary to inform the ancestor about the Galaxy Master. Before long, the ancestor's response reached his mind. There are supreme beings from human civilization looking this way. The 9th ranked Jianghu being was slightly stunned, realizing he couldn't do anything to the Galaxy Master. Even if the ancestors intervened, the human-side supreme beings would also act, and instead of eliminating the Galaxy Master, it would only escalate the intensity of the war. Elsewhere in the depths of the heavy spatial layers, the human 9th rank evolver, Xilan, looked anxious, having also contacted a supreme being in advance. After Lin Yuan had killed dozens of Jianghu clan 8th layer beings in a few breaths, he realized the seriousness of the situation. The talent of the Galaxy Master far exceeded expectations. Relying solely on a single 9th rank would hardly curb the murderous intent of the Jianghu clan, so he had directly contacted a supreme being. The response from the supreme being was, they had been watching all along and advised him not to panic. It seems that the terrifying talent of the Galaxy Master had already caught the attention of a few supreme beings from our human civilization, Xilan thought to himself. Under normal circumstances, even if a supreme being took note of this ancient exotic battlefield, they would only divert an insignificant part of their consciousness. But just now, the tone of the supreme being's response seemed as if they were also watching the battle. Whoosh! Lin Yuan's figure disappeared again. He appeared next to the human 8th layer beings. Well, leave the cleanup to you guys, Lin Yuan said, looking at the Baiyun Lord. I'll be taking my leave. Thank you, Galaxy Master, Baiyun Lord and the other 8th layer beings said excitedly and spiritedly, the youngest of them nearly 100,000 years old, yet they all looked up to Lin Yuan, even feeling a sense of pride. Galaxy Master, surely your strength has already surpassed many of the 9th rank, hasn't it? Baiyun Lord couldn't help but exclaim. Surpassed the 9th rank? Lin Yuan smiled faintly. The power of the Taiji primordial spirit indeed surpassed that of ordinary 9th ranks, but Lin Yuan's strongest combat power still lay in his true body. An inner world spanning over 100 million miles in radius, the enhancement of power was entirely transformative. Everyone, wrap things up, Lin Yuan said casually. Having lost dozens of 8th layer titans, it was absolutely impossible for the Jianghu clan to continue sending reinforcements to this battlefield. Continue sending reinforcements? Just so Lin Yuan could keep killing them? The Jianghu clan had robust resources. Losing dozens of 8th layer titans didn't have a significant impact, but that didn't mean they were fools. The combat power Lin Yuan had displayed now was completely exceptional. Even if more 8th layer titans came, they were destined to die. With this in mind, it was better to give up on battlefield B0001 and minimize the losses. Whoosh! Lin Yuan stayed put, quickly taking control of the situation as the human evolvers took over, confirming that the Jianghu clan had lost any interest in this battlefield before he disappeared soundlessly. Lin Yuan wreaked havoc in the B0001 exotic battlefield, killing dozens of 8th layer titans, including 6 of the strongest 8th layer beings of the Jianghu clan. This news spread like a hurricane to other battlefields. The different species residing in numerous medium-sized battlefields grew fearful, knowing that Lin Yuan, having appeared in battlefield B0001, could also descend upon their own battlefields. With the Galaxy Master's ability to annihilate dozens of 8th layer titans, wouldn't his arrival on other exotic battlefields be completely overwhelming? Who could withstand the Galaxy Master? Suddenly, great pressure mounted on the major clans. Under pressing circumstances, the different species' strategies on the battlefields began to shrink. Unless absolutely necessary, they wouldn't lightly leave their strongholds. The human civilization evolvers on all battlefields immediately felt their pressure decrease dramatically, turning the tide of the battle. Even several peak clans secretly bestowed 10th-rank secret treasures, all to prevent the arrival of the Galaxy Master. Since human civilization began its expansion, no 8th-layer being had ever managed, with their own power, to influence all medium-sized and small-sized exotic battlefields, causing the many different species to tremble and preemptively change their strategies. This was something only a supreme being could accomplish. After making his move, Lin Yuan returned to that 30,000-meter-long permanent spatial rift to continue accumulating world-breaking origin force. It's a pity, this kind of sweeping through a battlefield can only be done once. The second time the risk will increase dramatically, Lin Yuan sighed. This time, he had successfully breached the B0001 exotic battlefield, catching the Jianghu clan completely off guard. The Jianghu clan had never anticipated that Lin Yuan's power was so fearsome that he could kill 8th-layer titans with ease. But after this experience, the different species on other battlefields became cautious, surely setting traps in anticipation of Lin Yuan. Perhaps 10th-rank secret treasures? Or other one-time treasures capable of unleashing terrifying potential. 10th-rank secret treasures, even in the hands of an 8th-layer titan, couldn't unleash 1% of their potential. But they could still pose a threat to Lin Yuan. Those were killing weapons of 10th-rank powers. This should be enough. With precautions against my arrival, the different species on those battlefields will have to be cautious for the time being, which will also alleviate some of the pressure on human evolvers, Lin Yuan thought secretly. His influence on other battlefields was entirely a trick, exploiting the rule that medium-sized exotic battlefields only allowed 8th-layer beings to act. To truly influence the situation, to affect the other peak clans, one had to become a supreme being to achieve that. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan's Taiyin primordial spirit rushed over, bringing all the spoils from battlefield B0001. The Taiyang divine spirit stayed by that 30,000-meter-long permanent spatial rift to maintain an accumulation efficiency of world-breaking origin force for 150 days. As for the Taiyin primordial spirit, it was free to deliver spoils to Lin Yuan. Big win, a smile appeared on Lin Yuan's face. Only he knew how great his gains were. The goddess of freedom has already settled 10% of the total merit? The merit points are already in my account? Before Lin Yuan even tallied the spoils in his possession, he received another piece of good news. I wonder how many merit points it is. Lin Yuan, with an expectant look, immediately checked. Chapter 529 Class 8 Citizen, please subscribe. Battlefield B0001, where human civilization and the Jianghu clan, two peak clans, clashed. Although the scale of forces each side committed was not large, that was in comparison to large-scale battlefields. The total merit points awarded for a single war in the entire battlefield, even just 1/10 of that, represented a tremendous number. It was enough to have those high and mighty evolving scholars sell their lives for tens or even hundreds of thousands of years. 27 million merit points. Lin Yuan confirmed the amount of merit points that had just been credited to his account, and a smile spread across his face. This figure perfectly matched Lin Yuan's expectations and even exceeded them by much. You should know, Lin Yuan's complete formulation of the 8th-layer part of Martial Tao only received a merit point award of 22 million from the judgment of the three goddesses. Admittedly, whether it's the 8th-layer part of Martial Tao or the first-tier chapter, second-layer chapter, even if Lin Yuan uploaded them, the ownership still belonged to him. The human civilization's official functions akin to an intermediary, and in the end, they still had to share the profits with Lin Yuan. But an income of nearly 30 million merit points was definitely a hefty profit. This is war wealth. Lin Yuan thought to himself that in times of peace, accumulating so many merit points would be an incredibly difficult task. But now, he had achieved it with just a single war. Of course, Lin Yuan also knew that even on battlefields of different races, getting so many merit points was something that couldn't be sought after. You first had to experience a war intense enough, and to come out victorious in the war. If humanity had been defeated or reached a stalemate in this war with the Jianghu clan, the merit points Lin Yuan would have received would have been nowhere near 27 million. Secondly, it was dividing the total merit points like Lin Yuan did. Lin Yuan had this privilege, but the other unbeatable figures of the 8th layer didn't have this qualification. Most of them, in this war, reached the limit by gaining 100,000 or 200,000 merit points. A sufficiently intense war often lasted for decades or even centuries. The Jianghu clan had already been skirmishing with human evolvers for over 100 years before they decided to start a full-scale war. Apart from merit points, there are also those 8 9th-tier secret treasures, as well as one spatial secret treasure. Lin Yuan raised his right hand. 9 palm-sized weapons floated in front of him, slowly rotating and emanating terrifying auras. Lin Yuan intentionally held back his strength, luring the Jianghu clan to send over one after another of their 8th-layer beings wielding 9th-tier secret treasures. The Jianghu clan looked foolish. But in reality, this was under the circumstance of them not knowing Lin Yuan's true strength. Before Lin Yuan broke through the battlefield, even the Peak clans could not have imagined there could be such a powerful 8th-layer being. Slaying unbeatable warriors of the 8th layer like slaughtering chickens, boasting combat power that surpasses ordinary 9th-rank beings. The battlefield watched by strong figures of the 2 Peak clans on both sides, unable to directly determine Lin Yuan's true strength, could only dispatch their warriors to probe him. As for why not send them all out at once? Lin Yuan's advantage was not very big every time he took action. Who starts off revealing all their cards? In fact, even if they were sent out together, it would not affect the outcome. With Lin Yuan's current strength, even just an avatar, at the 8th layer level, was an insurmountable existence. These 9 secret treasures, on average each one values from 500,000 to 1 million cubic universe crystals. Put together they won't be less than 4,500,000 cubic universe crystals. At most, they're worth 9 million cubic universe crystals. Lin Yuan made a rough estimate, and a smile spread across his face uncontrollably. Having just finished his 8th traversal, Lin Yuan had been worrying about the expense of 80,000 cubic universe crystals for a Tai micro-clear crystal. But not long after, he possessed a wealth of several million to tens of millions of cubic universe crystals. Such a sum of universe crystals would also count as rich even among 9th-rank powers. My current merit points should be enough to upgrade to a 7th-level citizen. Lin Yuan suddenly thought. A 7th-level citizen upgrading to an 8th-level citizen requires 50 million merit points. Lin Yuan was awarded 22 million merit points for uploading the 8th stage martial Tao, and with the previous remaining points, he had a total of 26 million merit points. Now add the just credited 27 million merit points. The total amount of Lin Yuan's merit points reached an astonishing 53 million. Let's upgrade to 8th-level citizen. Without hesitation, Lin Yuan contacted the Goddess of Wisdom to upgrade his citizen level. Every promotion of citizen level has to occur under the watch of the Goddess of Wisdom, mainly to ensure that the citizen's acquisition of merit points is lawful and compliant. Respected Scholar Yuan, your citizen level has been elevated to 8th level. The formal and cool voice of the Goddess of Wisdom came through. 8th level citizen. Lin Yuan glanced at the citizen level column, which had changed from 7 to 8. For an 8th level citizen, it's a qualitative change. Often during the same era, a star alliance governing hundreds or even thousands of star domains would only have 3 or 4 8th level citizens. In fact, many evolving scholars had not reached the 8th layer level. 50 million merit points are too difficult to obtain, requiring them to continuously develop results that push human development forward. Even if not limited to the evolution path, but after over 200,000 years of the evolving scholars forging ahead, such methods of acquiring merit points have become increasingly difficult. Privileges of an 8th level citizen. At the moment Lin Yuan was upgraded to an 8th level citizen, from the central star domain of human civilization, numerous emails arrived. Besides congratulations, they were introductions to the benefits and privileges of an 8th level citizen. Compared to a 7th level citizen, the many benefits and privileges of an 8th level citizen had undoubtedly received a great degree of enhancement. Chapter 530 Class 8 Citizen, please subscribe. _2 First and foremost was the 8th rank evolution elixir, which could forcibly elevate a 7th rank evolver to the 8th rank. Although it only provided the basic destructive power of the 8th rank, it was far inferior to those who had opened their inner world and experienced the heart demon tribulation, achieving perfection. These forcibly promoted 8th rank evolvers could not even beat some of the 7th rank peak evolvers. But at least their lifespan was not worse than that of the normal 8th rank evolvers. This was also something that the officials of human civilization hoped for. As long as an 8th level citizen was alive, they could potentially create immense value for human civilization. As for combat power, Human civilization had not yet fallen to the point where it needed 8th-level citizens to protect the continuation of the species. What were all those evolvers and Star Lords for? Automatically become the chief counselor of the North Cold Star Alliance? Lin Yuan glanced at one of the privileges of an 8th-level citizen. The North Cold Star Alliance was the current star alliance in the Milky Way star region, a newly established alliance that encompassed 1,335 star domains. The chief counselor was the highest-ranking person in a star alliance. Although unable to directly command the various star lords within the alliance, their influence over the star domains within the alliance was immense. They could even impeach or reassign a star lord based on their actions. Currently, the North Cold Star Alliance, being a nascent star alliance, had not yet had a chief counselor, which made Lin Yuan the de facto first chief counselor. Which meant that Lin Yuan was now, without a doubt, the highest-ranking person in the North Cold Star Alliance. Especially in this fringe starfield star alliance, where the divisions of the major star domains were not yet stabilized, the powers of the chief counselor were immensely terrifying. Respected 8th-level citizen Lin Yuan, scholar, would you like to keep the identity of chief counselor hidden? The solemn, cold voice of the goddess of wisdom rang out. The names of counselors in each star alliance would be listed on the council member list, and the name of the chief counselor would likewise appear on an even higher level list. Hide it. Lin Yuan nodded. Revealing his identity as chief counselor held only disadvantages and no advantages for him. After all, he would still enjoy all the rights associated with the position. An 8th-level citizen can also establish an evolver family with the human prefix? Lin Yuan continued to browse the privileges of an 8th-level citizen and was suddenly shocked when he saw this. Evolver families in human civilization were countless, with many being established and disappearing every day. However, evolver families that could add the prefix human were exceedingly rare and almost never vanished. Evolver families with a human prefix were under the protection of the entire human civilization and would coexist with human civilization unless they committed acts of treason. All evolver families aimed to have the human prefix as their highest goal. It was an unprecedented honor. I hadn't expected that becoming an 8th-rank citizen could qualify one for this. Lin Yuan was amazed internally. The many privileges and benefits of being a high-ranking 8th-level citizen were protected by high-level secrecy. One would not know what privileges were available until reaching that level. Human prefix evolver family. Lin Yuan's thoughts wandered. For instance, if he were now to establish an evolver family, it could be named Human the Lin family. Members of an evolver family with the human prefix could enjoy the favoritism of the 3 goddesses and a certain degree of resource predilection. Other privileges. Lin Yuan steadied his mind and continued reading. The privileges and benefits owned by an 8th-level citizen were many and were enhanced versions of those available to 7th-level citizens, such as having a guard troops comprised entirely of 7th-rank evolvers. 8th-level citizens, however, were entitled to a guard troops made up of 8th-rank evolvers. But this aspect was of no significance to Lin Yuan. A guard troops comprised of 8th-rank evolvers? With Lin Yuan's current strength, he could easily kill invincible beings of the 8th layer, let alone ordinary 8th-rank evolvers. Virtual world, a mysterious space. Shadows of 5 supreme beings, including Xianxia Supreme Being, Ancient Power Supreme Being, and Feather Butterfly Supreme Being, appeared, sitting regally on a grand main seat. Ha, 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 those Jianghu clan fools still want to take the opportunity to strike at us humans. Xianxia Supreme Being sneered. As both human civilization and the Jianghu clan were peak clans, their supreme beings, including ancestors, had clashed, and Xianxia Supreme Being held them in contempt. Because those bird people never dared to fight him head-on, always utilizing their evolution path's authority to engage in hit-and-run tactics. The Jianghu clan really took a hit this time. Feather Butterfly Supreme Being said with a light laugh. Everything that had happened on Battlefield B0001 was in their sight. They were even speculating whether the ancestors of the Jianghu clan, anguished and enraged, would disregard the risks and enter the fray themselves. Lin Yuan had deliberately shown weakness, allowing the Jianghu clan geniuses to come to him seeking their own deaths. Even though these geniuses were just avatars, they had completely lost face. Especially for a supreme being, looking down upon the cosmic starry skies, fearless and invincible, there aren't many things they care about, but their own face is definitely among them. When kinfolk get pinned down and slaughtered by human youngsters, isn't that a disgrace? However, speaking of which, the Galaxy Master, that little one, is indeed unreasonably strong. Apart from those extremely rare, even unique life forms, can our human civilization's evolvers also press down from the 8th layer to the 9th layer? The ancient power supreme being couldn't help saying. Although he himself is a supreme being, upon introspection, he admitted that his combat power when at the 8th layer was absolutely nowhere close to that of Lin Yuan. Let me take a look. The Xianxia supreme being looked forward, as scenes of Lin Yuan in action on the battlefield appeared one after another. Understanding the complete space rules, and halfway through the fusion rules, yet the merged power is indeed excessively strong. The Xianxia supreme being nodded slightly. Even though he knew Lin Yuan had grasped 3 types of higher cosmic forces and the complete space rules, and their fusion was bound to be unusually powerful, wasn't this a bit too much? Perhaps it's because this youngster has opened a special path of evolution? The feather butterfly supreme being said with a smile. But isn't it a good thing that this youngster is becoming stronger? If our human civilization can produce such a genius, it will only become stronger in the future. That's true. The Xianxia supreme being and the ancient power supreme being nodded slightly. Only in this way, human civilization could flourish forever. Right. The time is almost up. Isn't that cosmic secret realm about to open? The feather butterfly supreme being suddenly said. That cosmic secret realm. The Xianxia supreme being frowned. A so-called cosmic secret realm is essentially a small world dependent on the main world. They were originally hidden deep within multiple spatial layers, but due to some reason, they made contact with the main spatial layer. The Black Abyss clan from the Insect Race Alliance, for example, originated from the Heiyuan secret realm. The spatial layer where the Heiyuan secret realm was located formed a conduit with the universe's main space layer, and the insect race's supreme beings joined forces to forcibly drag the Heiyuan secret realm into the main space. This was how the Black Abyss clan came to be. The last time that cosmic secret realm opened was 200,000 years ago. I remember our human civilization suffered a lot, the ancient power supreme being said. But we also gained a lot. The feather butterfly supreme being replied. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan was fully immersed in comprehending the chaos crystal. This treasure, accidentally obtained by the demonic Jade Tower Master, was greatly significant for Lin Yuan's fusion rules. Even though the chaos crystal did not contain the space rules or Taiji rules, or many demonstrations of cosmic forces merging, seeing other rule mergers, especially the fusion between foundational and pivotal rules, deeply moved Lin Yuan. To extrapolate 1 to 10. To extrapolate 1 to 100. Once the space rules completely merge with the Taiji rules, as well as numerous cosmic forces, a tremendous transformation will surely occur. By then, the power of the fused forces will undoubtedly be beyond what only merging halfway could achieve. While Lin Yuan was comprehending, he was simultaneously thinking about this realization. After the fusion had progressed more than halfway, Lin Yuan distinctly felt it becoming increasingly difficult. However, possessing against heaven's understanding, along with the chaos crystal, and occasionally revisiting void interpretation, Lin Yuan's fusion speed was still advancing at a pace unreachable for an ordinary 7th-rank peak evolver. This day, Lin Yuan was continuously attempting to fuse rules. Suddenly, Lin Yuan opened his eyes. The teacher is looking for me? After pondering for a while, Lin Yuan split a strand of consciousness, connected to the virtual world, to meet the Qikuan Star Lord. Chapter 531 The Secret of Xian Huang. Please subscribe. Virtual World. Personal Space. Lin Yuan tasted the fine wine before him, smiling as he looked at Qikuan Star Lord. Lin Yuan still held a deep respect for Qikuan Star Lord, even though his own strength had far surpassed the latter. Before attaining the 8th layer, if it weren't for Qikuan Star Lord's protection and support, Lin Yuan's path of cultivation would not have been so smooth. The 3 goddesses could only ensure that Lin Yuan wouldn't be suppressed or troubled, but obtaining more cultivation resources would definitely require many sacrifices, such as signing personal contracts, joining the Human Evolution Institute, serving for many years, and the like. To Lin Yuan, Qikuan Star Lord was completely selfless in his support. When Qikuan Star Lord first took Lin Yuan as a little disciple, he probably couldn't have imagined that the youngster would grow so quickly. I never imagined, the little guy from back then has now grown to such extent, Qikuan Star Lord said, his expression wistful. Not long ago, Lin Yuan's feat of plowing through numerous 8th-layer invincibles with overwhelming might on the battlefield against the Tianyu clan had, of course, reached Qikuan Star Lord's ears. News of this event spread wildly within human civilization, and after confirmation by 9th rank evolvers, there was no doubt about its authenticity. The shock in Chikuan Star-Lord's heart was beyond recovery. It was too incredible. How exactly had Lin Yuan done it? It was all thanks to the teacher's guidance, Lin Yuan said with a grin. My guidance? Chikuan Star-Lord couldn't help but roll his eyes. Ever since Lin Yuan became the master of the 13th peak, let alone guidance, there weren't even many opportunities to meet. Lin Yuan grew too quickly, so much so that Chikuan Star-Lord was often still planning growth stages for Lin Yuan when he had already stepped into the next level. Chikuan Star-Lord didn't even have time to teach. Faced with a disciple who learned on his own, Chikuan Star-Lord didn't know if he, as a mentor, should feel a sense of achievement. The two chatted idly for a while. Then, Chikuan Star-Lord brought up the matter at hand. My disciple, the Xianxia secret realm is about to open, Chikuan Star-Lord said gravely. Xianxia secret realm? Lin Yuan pondered. Xianxia evolutionary path? Lin Yuan asked. During Lin Yuan's first challenge in the 7-star cave, it was precisely because he had comprehended the Xianxia evolutionary path in the 7th star cave that he was taken as a disciple by Chikuan Star-Lord. Lin Yuan was deeply acquainted with this evolutionary path and had thoroughly understood it over the years. However, precisely because he had fully comprehended it, Lin Yuan was sure that this path was not complete. It was only half. The Xianxia evolutionary path that Lin Yuan possessed only went up to the 8th layer. Lin Yuan faintly felt that the Xianxia evolutionary path was not a pure evolutionary path. It seemed more like a kind of primer or key. Yes, he replied. The Xianxia evolutionary path, I obtained it from the Xianxia secret realm after a life-and-death struggle, said Chikuan Star-Lord. I actually didn't know the name of this evolutionary path, so I simply named it after the secret realm, he explained. When I acquired this evolutionary path, I knew it was extraordinary, but unfortunately, I didn't have the talent to cultivate it. Chikuan Star-Lord shook his head gently. That was exactly why he wanted to find a successor for this evolutionary path. I see, Lin Yuan mused. My disciple, if possible, you can try to explore the Xianxia secret realm. I suspect that the Xianxia evolutionary path is related to some relics in the secret realm, Chikuan Star-Lord said earnestly. The Xianxia secret realm was a rare large secret realm, inaccessible to those below the invincible 8th layer through its portal to the main space. And due to the special nature of the secret realm, it could not accommodate 10th rank life forms. Only the invincible 8th layer and 9th rank could enter. 20,000 years ago, Chikuan Star-Lord, full of ambition, leveraged the talent of his true form, the Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan, to dominate among the invincibles of the 8th layer. However, he almost lost his life in the Xianxia secret realm. Of course, dying here did not mean actual death. The Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan had a prime heart, and as long as the prime heart wasn't shattered, it didn't count as a death. Before entering the Xianxia secret realm, Chikuan Star-Lord had already left his prime heart in the outside world. But given the body size of the Starry Sky Wanderer Kuan, once fallen, the energy needed to condense it back would be as immense as mountains and seas, causing Chikuan Star-Lord to go bankrupt. I will have a look when the time comes, Lin Yuan nodded. Chikuan Star-Lord had been to the Xianxia secret realm and knew more about it than Lin Yuan did. He felt that Lin Yuan needed to explore it, surely for some reason. I won't join in on the fuss this time when the Xianxia secret realm opens, Chikuan Star-Lord shook his head. There are great secrets within the Xianxia secret realm that even supreme beings keep an eye on frequently. But all of this had nothing to do with Chikuan Star-Lord now. For Chikuan Star-Lord, advancing to the 9th rank is now most important. What good would obtaining the great secrets of the Xianxia secret realm do if he wasn't 9th rank? Next, Chikuan Star-Lord gave Lin Yuan a few more words of caution and then stood up to leave. His purpose in contacting Lin Yuan this time was to inform him about the origins of the Xianxia evolutionary path. This path was deeply connected to the Xianxia secret realm, and Chikuan Star-Lord believed Lin Yuan deserved to know. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan opened his eyes, a contemplative look on his face. Xianxia evolutionary path. A peculiar light flashed through Lin Yuan's eyes. He had the martial path evolutionary path as his core evolutionary path, but he also practiced other evolutionary paths. Among them, the Xianxia evolutionary path was one of the ones Lin Yuan practiced. As for the myriad demonic evolution paths contained within the bodies of the strongest beings, those were fraught with hidden dangers. Lin Yuan only comprehended them, extracting their essence, without practicing them. But the Xianhuang evolutionary path was different. Solid and complete, except for being incomplete, it had no other flaws. Chapter 532 The Secret of Xianhuang, Subscribe Request. Under Sir 2 In fact, the vast majority of evolvers practice many other evolutionary paths in addition to their own. The evolutionary paths in the world are as vast as the sea of clouds, and each has its own focus, advantages, and disadvantages. If one only cultivates a single evolutionary path, it's very easy to be targeted by enemies. Of course, while one may practice several, an evolver's core evolutionary path is only one. That is the one that perfectly combines with one's soul before entering the 6th rank. The other evolutionary paths practiced are just supplementary, similar to secret techniques and laws, used to improve one's ability to face unexpected situations. Let's see what secrets the Xianhuang secret realm holds. Lin Yuan, now an 8th-layer citizen and an evolutionary scholar, had terrifyingly high authority. Within mere moments, he searched for and found the introduction to the Xianhuang secret realm within human civilization. The Xianhuang secret realm, located deep within multiple spatial layers, is suspected to be a relic from another cosmic era. The introduction to the Xianhuang secret realm was simple, yet it caused a slight shock in Lin Yuan's heart. Another cosmic era? Lin Yuan's expression turned solemn. So-called cosmic eras. The universe has a lifespan, and even if this lifespan is terrifyingly long, one thing is certain. That is, one day the universe will fall into destruction. After destruction comes rebirth, and the period from rebirth to destruction comprises a complete cosmic era. The Xianhuang secret realm is suspected to be a relic from another cosmic era, capable of withstanding the birth and death of the universe. No wonder it has attracted the attention of supreme beings. Although Lin Yuan was quite interested in the Xianhuang secret realm, he also knew that with his current strength, even if he entered the Xianhuang secret realm and obtained a great opportunity, he might not be able to keep it. In the face of 8th-rank life forms, Lin Yuan could easily crush them. But those who can enter the Xianhuang secret realm are not just 8th-rank life forms, but also 9th-rank ones. Lin Yuan's combat power is no less than that of the strong among the 9th rank, but it's still not strong enough. 9th rank. I must at least step into the 9th rank before considering the matter of the Xianhuang secret realm. Lin Yuan had made a decision in his heart. His current progress in cultivating fusion with rules had already completed 80%. The remaining 20%, for Lin Yuan, is merely a matter of time. Once he fully integrates, Lin Yuan will be able to charge into the 9th rank. By then, with the foundation he built at the 8th rank, Lin Yuan's strength will undergo another qualitative transformation upon entering the 9th rank. Inner World. The power of the world surged mightily as Lin Yuan's form took shape, looking down upon this vast world that was close to 1.5 billion miles in size. After stepping into the 9th rank, the inner world will also undergo a transformation, but this transformation is not in size but in quality. The fusion of space rules with the foundational laws, and the cosmic force, will influence the inner world, causing it to transform towards the direction of a cosmos. Lin Yuan pondered silently in his mind. The ultimate goal of creating an inner world is to evolve it into an inner universe. Apart from human civilization, many other races in the main world study the methods of creating inner worlds. According to my current absorption rate of the liquid in the mysterious gourd, before stepping into the 9th rank, I can hope to expand the inner world to 1.6 billion miles in circumference. Of the 7 kinds of liquids inside the mysterious gourd, Lin Yuan has absorbed up to the 5th, with 2 more yet to be absorbed. However, it's not a big impact. Even at the 9th rank, he can continue to attempt absorption, as the liquid in the mysterious gourd enhances the fundamental amplification. It's also unclear what kind of changes a 1.6 billion mile inner world will undergo after stepping into the 9th rank. Lin Yuan looked forward with anticipation. Human civilization's many records included the various processes of 8th rank evolvers stepping into the 9th rank. But Lin Yuan was markedly different from those evolvers. His inner world was dozens of times larger than theirs, so the experiences of predecessors might not be applicable. World Tree. Lin Yuan glanced at the ancient tree that had grown to 100 meters tall at the center of his inner world. Generally speaking, world trees grow exceptionally slowly, not reaching 100 meters for hundreds or thousands of years. But it can't be helped that Lin Yuan's inner world is too large and the origin source too abundant. Under such circumstances, the development speed of the world tree naturally far exceeds expectations. A world tree of 100 meters in size has an influence that extends over tens of millions of miles. With the world tree at its center, the quality of the world's power within 10 million miles is much higher than beyond that distance. Moreover, the stability of the space within 10 million miles is also superior to that beyond 10 million miles. Truly a treasure. Lin Yuan's face broke into a smile. The only pity was that his inner world was too vast for the world tree to fully influence it. However, as long as the world tree continued to grow, reaching kilometers and tens of kilometers, it would naturally cover the entire inner world. World fruit. Lin Yuan scrutinized the branches of the world tree, noticing the vague outlines of fruits forming. It's still a long way from maturity, he sighed and vanished. Time passed by. In the blink of an eye, 3 to 4 years had gone by. Outside the Milky Way main star, a cosmic spaceship approached. A young man and woman disembarked. The Peak Master has summoned us, but I wonder why, said the woman on the right, slightly uneasy. She was Wu Lan, one of the 2 apprentices chosen by Lin Yuan in the 7-star cave world to join the 13 peaks. Wu Lan had an ordinary background and was among the most common with silver patterns in the 7-star cave trial. Had it not been for her cultivation in the martial path evolutionary path, she likely would not have caught Lin Yuan's eye. It's definitely not something bad. Our Peak Master is the Galaxy Master, renowned across many star realms and the Star Alliance of human civilization. The battlefields against different species have been altered because of the Peak Master. Mo Li beside her was excited, unlike the simple-minded Wu Lan, who failed to grasp the significance of being a Galaxy Master. That was a presence that, on its own, deterred different species and was an 8th-rank evolver that human civilization took pride in. All right, Wu Lan nodded. The 2 quickly landed on the main star. You must be the Star Lord's apprentices? Chun Bo had long been waiting. It was also something that Lin Yuan had instructed earlier. If the Milky Way star region wanted to grow and expand, it needed to absorb a large number of evolvers, and the many subordinates Lin Yuan had left in the Red Kuan lineage's 13 peaks were excellent candidates. Wu Lan, Mo Li, they've arrived. Lin Yuan glanced briefly, not paying them too much attention. I have now completed 99.9% of my rule fusion and could fully merge at any moment. Lin Yuan examined himself. According to the experience of other evolvers breaking through to the 9th rank, once the fusion of rules is complete, they will start charging towards the 9th rank in a short period. This short period refers to spontaneous evolution. Once the power from the fusion starts influencing the inner world, and once that influence reaches a certain stage, the charge towards the 9th rank automatically begins. With that thought, Lin Yuan voluntarily ceased his contemplation. Before attempting to break into the 9th rank, there was one more thing Lin Yuan needed to do. Whoosh! Lin Yuan connected his consciousness to the virtual world and appeared on a mountaintop, gazing down at the segment of the body below the sky. I have now grasped 33,301 evolutionary paths. With just over 300 more, I'll comprehend 33,333 paths, Lin Yuan mused. In the demon jade space, through communication with the stone statue Xinji, Lin Yuan acquired a lot of information about the magic jade tower. It included how many demonic evolution paths one needs to comprehend to become a regular member of the magic jade tower, and how many to ascend to the higher echelons. The number of demonic evolution paths one needs to comprehend depends on the individual's strength and realm. For those of the 8th layer or below, comprehending 3,333 demonic evolution paths automatically grants membership to the magic jade tower. For a 9th rank life, comprehending 6,666 demonic evolution paths is required to become an ordinary member of the magic jade tower. And for a 10th rank life, at least 10,000 or more demonic evolution paths need to be grasped. Now, as Lin Yuan was about to grasp 33,333 demonic evolution paths, this was the critical threshold for an 8th rank life to elevate their membership level in the magic jade tower. If Lin Yuan stepped into the 9th rank, the threshold would rise significantly again. Although with Lin Yuan's against heaven's understanding, even the higher thresholds would one day be within reach, why take the long road when a shortcut exists? Starting now, I will fully engage in comprehending the remaining demonic evolution paths, determined Lin Yuan. He was looking forward to the changes that would occur after he had grasped 33,333 demonic evolution paths. Chapter 533 Core Members of the Magic Jade Tower. Please subscribe. Virtual World. Atop countless mountains. Evolver after evolver appeared at the summit, earnestly comprehending the segment of a body suspended below the sky. This segment, from an extra-mundane supreme being, was weakened by the virtual world and had become a training ground for human civilization's 7th and 8th rank evolvers. Though there were some risks during the comprehension, following the preliminary summaries by many previously comprehending evolvers, the risks had been reduced to a certain extent. The dangers were small, yet the advantages were many. Such as tempering the spirit will, such as understanding the countless demonic evolution paths within the body. Driven by many factors, such virtual worlds had been semi-opened. Any human evolver who met the strength and conditions could apply for entry, no longer restricted to just the genius evolvers as before. Look, there's the Galaxy Master. Yes, it is the Galaxy Master. Wow, after watching so many videos of the Galaxy Master, to finally see him in person. Evolver after evolver on the other mountains, upon seeing Lin Yuan sitting cross-legged at the summit, buzzed with excitement. The many deeds of Lin Yuan had already spread throughout the 5 major star sectors of human civilization, with countless billions of evolvers holding fervent and even worshipful feelings for this Galaxy Master who kept creating miracles. The Galaxy Master is comprehending here, and am also comprehending here. Doesn't that mean I've cultivated alongside the Galaxy Master? The Galaxy Master is already so powerful, yet he's still so engrossed in cultivating. I shouldn't indulge myself any longer. Lots of evolvers exchanged ideas rapidly, their tones excited, with a few being motivated to cultivate even harder. Lin Yuan had long noticed the gazes from the evolvers atop other summits. But he did not pay them any mind. His main focus was almost entirely on understanding the demonic evolution path within the body. The demonic evolution path, that's what statue Xianxia called the countless paths of evolution paths within that sectional body. Indeed, the many evolution paths within that body were sufficiently demonic. Not a single one was completely perfect, but the mysteries they contained were unequivocally real. Your against heaven's understanding is comprehending the unknown body, penetrating the 33,325th demonic evolution path. Your against heaven's understanding is comprehending the unknown body, penetrating the 33,326th demonic evolution path. Your against heaven's understanding is comprehending the unknown body, penetrating the 33,327th demonic evolution path. Lin Yuan comprehended quickly. Where other evolvers took months or even years to fathom a single demonic evolution path, he needed only less than half an hour to penetrate it thoroughly. To penetrate, not to fathom. His against heaven's understanding was dictated by the height Lin Yuan stood at. When he first contacted this sectional body, Lin Yuan was merely at the 7th rank and found comprehension quite strenuous. But now, having reached the limit of the 8th layer and just a step away from stepping into the 9th rank, his comprehension speed and efficiency naturally increased substantially. The 33,333rd demonic evolution path. Soon, Lin Yuan began to comprehend the last demonic evolution path. This demonic evolution path speaks of emotions. Lin Yuan felt it carefully. All life has emotions. The issue is only of degree. To master emotions is to control oneself and even control those lives who cannot reign in their own emotional desires. Who would have thought the emotions of life can be utilized in this way? Lin Yuan was inwardly astonished. He had always focused on the vast rules but neglected that emotions, an intrinsic part of life itself, could be so useful. Among the countless evolution paths recorded by human civilization, there were some about the use of emotions and desires, but none were as detailed and specific as this demonic evolution path. Emotions and desires are part of me. There's no need to cast them aside. Lin Yuan silently opened his eyes. At the same time, this demonic evolution pathway was entirely penetrated. Just as Lin Yuan penetrated the 33,333rd demonic evolution path, boom! Deep within his soul, the 9 floors dark tower-shaped magic jade mark began to grow profoundly darker in color. In its vagueness, it became more substantial, as if it were not just a mark, but a real 9 floors dark tower. The next moment, the psychic will pressure from that body and the murmuring sounds filling his ears suddenly became clear, as if a deep and hoarse male voice echoed, 8th layer life form penetrating 33,333 demonic evolution paths is automatically admitted as a core member of the Magic Jade Tower. Core member of the Magic Jade Tower. With determination in his heart, Lin Yuan recognized that a core member of the Magic Jade Tower held status much higher than that of ordinary members. They were the true elite of the tower. Had the tower been at its peak, a core member would have been personally summoned by the Moyu Tower Master. Even now, with the Tower Master gone, one could still inherit the secret techniques left behind. This was why Lin Yuan, rather than hastily stepping into the 9th rank, chose to remain at 8th rank to penetrate 33,333 demonic evolution paths. There was a difference in the standards of life for ordinary and core members of the tower. Lin Yuan had long communicated the task of penetrating 3,333 demonic evolution paths to the Goddess of Wisdom, but to date, not a single human evolver had become a standard member of the tower? Was this because those at the 9th, 10th, and 11th rank were foolish? Chapter 534 Core Members of the Magic Jade Tower. Please subscribe. _2 Of course not. Every evolver who has cultivated to that level is exceptionally talented. Even if their perception doesn't match Lin Yuan's, their broad, overarching view has led them to forge 3,333 demonic evolution paths over such a long time. But it's useless. The requirements for regular members become even higher for higher-level evolvers. As for the Supreme Beings, the trials to join the Moyu Tower vanished with the disappearance of the Moyu Tower Master. In other words, even if Supreme Beings comprehended all the demonic evolution paths within their bodies, they still couldn't become regular members of the Moyu Tower. It's time to leave. Lin Yuan rose and left this virtual world. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan opened his eyes. Now head straight to the Demon Jade space. Lin Yuan sent a thread of consciousness along the magic jade mark toward the Demon Jade space. As a core member of the Moyu Tower, he could claim one of the inheritance secret techniques left by the Moyu Tower Master, and the place to claim it was in the Demon Jade space. Clouds and mists shrouded everything in a hazy veil. Upon arriving in the Demon Jade space, Lin Yuan didn't stop but headed straight for the 9 floors dark tower. Soon after, Lin Yuan arrived in front of the 9 floors dark tower. You're here. Stone statue Xianxia walked out, smiling at Lin Yuan. After looking at Lin Yuan for a while, stone statue Xianxia suddenly changed expression, as if he had seen something unbelievable. You've become a core member? Stone statue Xianxia couldn't believe it. As the guardian of the 9 floors dark tower, he had the ability to see the rank of every Moyu Tower member, whether they were regular members, core members, or higher. There were more than 10 ways to become a core member of the Moyu Tower. These methods focused on different aspects, but the undoubtedly hardest was the pure perception test. To become a core member of the Moyu Tower, an 8th layer being must comprehend 33,333 demonic evolution paths. At just over 2,000 years old, Lin Yuan had comprehended the complete space rules, dozens of cosmic forces, including one source-level cosmic force. Such talents, even in the heyday of the Moyu Tower, were unheard of. Stone statue Xianxia never doubted that Lin Yuan could pass the Moyu Tower core membership test purely based on perception. But this was too fast, wasn't it? All these years, Xianxia had seen Lin Yuan's progress in the space rules, the fusion rules, and so on. How could he have possibly had the time to comprehend so many demonic evolution paths? Or was it that Lin Yuan's perception far exceeded his imagination? Did he not need much time to comprehend these demonic evolution paths? Xianxia's heart remained shocked for a long time, unable to settle down. From the moment Lin Yuan entered the Demon Jade space, the emotional fluctuations he caused in Xianxia exceeded those of countless eons combined. I was rather lucky, Lin Yuan smiled. If this is considered lucky, Xianxia thought to himself, rather speechlessly, then wouldn't all those peerless geniuses on the evolutionary paths of the past Moyu Tower just be relying on luck? Well, let's not talk about this anymore. Steadying himself, stone statue Xianxia said, since you've become a core member of the Moyu Tower, by the rules, you're eligible for a personal summons by the Master, and a choice of one of the Master's inheritance secret techniques. But the Master vanished in the distant past, so you can't meet him. Stone statue Xianxia looked at Lin Yuan with some regret. He could imagine how happy the Moyu Tower Master would be to see a unique genius like Lin Yuan. Thus, you can only receive one of the inheritance secret techniques left by the Master. Stone statue Xianxia said. Inheritance secret techniques left by the demonic Jade Tower Master? Lin Yuan's eyes lit up. What kind of being was the Moyu Tower Master? Lin Yuan couldn't be sure, but he must be somewhat stronger than the ordinary Supreme Being. Such a being's inheritance secret technique, how could it be ordinary? Lin Yuan's aim in reaching the 8th layer and becoming a core member of the Moyu Tower was also for these inheritance secret techniques left by the Master. Here are 7 inheritance secret methods. Pick one from them. Stone statue Xianxia waved his right hand. A screen of light appeared in front of Lin Yuan instantly. 1. Demonic Jade Immortal Body. The body permanent and eternal like magical jade. Once cultivated to perfection, it is indestructible through endless calamities. 2. Soul Demon Bell. A defensive secret technique for the soul, able to condense a demon bell on the soul's surface, absorbing soul attacks to temporarily enhance the soul's strength. 3. Great Luo Fighting Skill. An offensive secret technique. Succession secret methods appeared one after another before Lin Yuan. It has to be said that the inheritance secret methods left by the Moyu Tower Master were considerately designed, as even 7th rank or 8th layer beings could attempt to cultivate them. There were no threshold conditions because, after all, they were only inheritance secret methods, not evolution paths. As long as one was a living being, there was a chance to cultivate them. Moreover, each secret technique, when cultivated to the ultimate degree of perfection, was frighteningly potent, especially that demonic jade immortal body, which was described with eternal and everlasting and indestructible through all hardships. Just from listening, one knew it was terrifying. Unfortunately, Lin Yuan already had the physical body divine ability Blood Rebirth, which somewhat overlapped with the effects of this inheritance secret method. And to cultivate this inheritance secret method to an eternal and everlasting and indestructible through all hardships level, one would probably have to become a supreme being to have a chance. The 7 inheritance secret methods left by the master all have their strengths: offensive, defensive, life-saving, etc. Choose one, said the stone statue Xianxia as he looked at Lin Yuan. Which one should I choose? Lin Yuan hesitated. First of all, defensive secret techniques could be excluded, as he possessed origin fine gold to guard his physical soul and spirit will, leaving nothing wanting in terms of defense. Against an evolver of the same rank, even if Lin Yuan stood still, the opponent would not be able to break his defenses. Moreover, with the divine skill Blood Rebirth, even if someone breached his defenses, Lin Yuan could instantly recover. As for encountering a high-rank evolver that he couldn't resist, having 1 or 2 more secret techniques wouldn't make much of a difference. Even the most powerful secret techniques depended on the user's strength. A baby, even wielding the skill to slay dragons, would truly not be able to kill a true dragon, right? Furthermore, Lin Yuan, backed by human civilization, could also learn and cultivate various inheritance secret techniques, which, although inferior to the 7 secret methods left by the demonic Jade Tower Master, could still be used satisfactorily. So in the choice of these 7 secret methods, it was clear that he should prioritize what he currently lacked the most. Defensive secret techniques, Lin Yuan didn't lack. Life-saving secret techniques, Lin Yuan also didn't lack. Offensive secret techniques, Lin Yuan equally didn't lack. I choose this secret technique, Lin Yuan decided after contemplation. This inheritance secret technique? Stone statue Xianxia was slightly taken aback. Illusory reality? The stone statue's expression became a touch peculiar. Illusory reality, one of the 7 inheritance secret methods, was more of an auxiliary secret technique. It allowed one's physical body to freely switch between reality and illusion and likewise between illusion and reality. Here, illusion is akin to an energy body or a soul body. This inheritance secret method could change the fundamental structure of life and, in a sense, involved an even higher essence. But it didn't have much significance. Even if you cultivated this inheritance secret technique and transformed from a flesh and blood life form into an energy life form, how much could it really improve your combat power? Or from an energy life form into a flesh and blood life form? There was not much difference. It was far inferior to choosing an offensive inheritance secret method for self-improvement. Stone statue Xianxia, speculating on which inheritance secret methods Lin Yuan might choose, had never considered illusory reality. Because compared with the other 6 inheritance secret methods, it was somewhat lackluster. Are you sure? Stone statue Xianxia unusually took the liberty of speaking up. He hoped that Lin Yuan would consider thoroughly and not waste this opportunity to select. The 7 secret methods left by the Moyu Tower Master, other than illusory reality, each was top-notch in their respective fields. Even if one became a supreme being in the future, they would be of great help. It is this one, Lin Yuan said earnestly. Choosing this inheritance secret method, Lin Yuan had considered carefully. To other powerful beings, this secret method might not be of much use and was definitely not on the same level as the practical value of the other 6 inheritance secret methods. But to Lin Yuan, it was the most suitable inheritance secret method for him. Chapter 535 Stepping into the Ninth Rank, end of the volume. Please subscribe. Illusory reality. Inheritance secret technique could transform the essence of life. It seemed that it did not greatly enhance combat power. But one must know, Lin Yuan had two primordial spirit avatars. Since awakening various divine skills in physical body, he continuously absorbed the liquid from the mysterious gourd. The gap between Lin Yuan's true body and the two major primordial spirits, Taiyang Divine Spirit and Taiyin Primordial Spirit, was widening. The true body could almost crush the primordial spirit avatars. Not to mention the divine skills in physical body, just the world within his body, spanning over 100 million miles, was enough to outstrip the two major primordial spirits by several ranks. The reason for all this was that the primordial spirits lacked flesh and blood and could not enjoy the enhancements from several divine skills of the physical body and the liquid inside the mysterious gourd. One could foresee, this gap would only widen further in the future. As the number of traversals increased, Lin Yuan would only have more divine skills in physical body and the last two types of liquid in the mysterious gourd, which would enhance his physical body and inner world. But what if the two major primordial spirits transformed from beings of soul into beings of flesh and blood? Once the two major primordial spirits transformed into beings of flesh and blood, they could share the blood rebirth divine skill of Lin Yuan's true body, thereby absorbing the mysterious liquid in the gourd to enhance themselves. In a strict sense, any major primordial spirit avatar of Lin Yuan, once transformed into flesh and blood, would not be weaker than the true body in terms of pure combat strength. Of course, this refers to pure combat power. The true body possessed many treasures and weapons, which gave it an advantage over the two major primordial spirits in this aspect. Before becoming a core member of Moyu Tower, Lin Yuan too had considered this problem, seeking to enhance the combat power of the primordial spirit avatars. But there was basically no effect. Many evolvers of human civilization had the talent for mutual conversion between physical energy. For example, in the tournament at Kanglan Star, the top 10 contender Thunder God had the means to temporarily transform his physical body into thunder. But that was the transformation of the physical body into energy. Since the evolvers of human civilization inherently possess bodies of flesh and blood, they would only consider physical energy transformation, not energy physical transformation. Even so, the physical energy transformation had many dangers, lasting too shortly, and the stronger the physical body, the harder it was to transform into energy. And the energy physical transformation Lin Yuan wanted was more difficult, involving more essence. Even with Against Heaven's understanding, to start from scratch and derive a method for energy physical transformation would likely take a ton of time. It was not something a life form at Lin Yuan's level could touch upon. But now, the illusory reality inheritance secret technique left by the master of Moyu Tower was a perfect match for what Lin Yuan desired. This secret technique allowed the physical body to switch between illusory and real at will, with no limitations or energy loss whatsoever. This was simply... Lin Yuan couldn't even imagine how the Moyu Tower master managed to achieve it. From real to illusory, that was a complete transformation of life essence, switching between the two without any energy consumption. And to be able to do so at will without any restrictions? This is illusory reality. Stone statue Shenji confirmed Lin Yuan's choice and did not urge further. In his view, even if Lin Yuan made the wrong choice, it wasn't a big issue. With his talent and understanding, even without one of the master's inherited secret techniques, what could it really matter? Buzz. Stone statue Shenji raised his hand, his index finger pointing at Lin Yuan's forehead. In an instant, Lin Yuan felt his consciousness falling, arriving in a boundless space. In the center of the space stood a greatly magnificent figure. He was dressed in a black robe, his gaze indifferent, as if containing the rules of the great Tao. Under Lin Yuan's gaze, his figure faintly began to become illusory and similarly began to solidify back into reality. Real to illusory. Illusory to real. Numerous details flooded into Lin Yuan's mind. You have Against Heaven's understanding, receiving mysterious information, deepening understanding of real illusory transformation. You have Against Heaven's understanding, receiving mysterious information, deepening understanding of real illusory transformation. You have Against Heaven's understanding, receiving mysterious information, deepening understanding of real illusory transformation. So that's how it is. To use this method for real illusory transformation? Amazing! The Moyu Tower Master really is incredible. On the Milky Way main star, Lin Yuan's true body opened his eyes, a smile appearing on his face. The illusory reality inheritance secret technique, unlike void interpretation, that was recorded in text for later generations to study and learn. It was directly infused into Lin Yuan's mind, almost as if the Moyu Tower Master was personally teaching and guiding. No wonder becoming a core member of Moyu Tower, you get only one inheritance secret technique. The cost of this method of inheritance is too high. Lin Yuan thought to himself. This method of imparting needed to split off a part of the soul essence to record this inheritance secret technique, allowing for an empathetic effect. Moreover, the recorded inheritance secret technique had a limit on the number of times it could be imparted, and Lin Yuan even suspected that after the illusory reality was imparted to him, it might just disappear. The inheritance secret techniques at stone statue Xianxia's place would be reduced from 7 to 6. I have now more or less completely penetrated the illusory reality inheritance secret technique. Lin Yuan thought to himself. If void interpretation was also imparted in this manner, Lin Yuan guessed he could also instantly comprehend complete space rules, instead of pondering for years before fully understanding them. For now, don't transform the primordial spirit, first, comprehend the last bit of fusion rules. Lin Yuan focused his thoughts, continuing to ponder on the fusion rules. Transforming the primordial spirit into physical body, even with the help of the illusory reality inheritance secret technique, would still take several days. Moreover, Lin Yuan was not sure if transforming the primordial spirit into the physical body would affect his breakthrough to the 9th rank. Chapter 536 Stepping into the 9th rank, end of the volume. Please subscribe. Underscore 2 So for caution's sake, it was best to step into the 9th rank first. After all, once he reached the 9th rank, there would be plenty of time. Fusion rules. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged, earnestly and continuously trying. He had already progressed the fusion of rules to 99%. The final step was just a leap away. The complete space rules were vast and endless. Even though Lin Yuan only controlled a facet of the true space rules, including the integration of the Taiji rule and dozens of types of cosmic forces, including a source-level cosmic force, was more than enough. Lin Yuan concentrated and kept trying to fuse the rules. Fusion of rules wasn't something that could be achieved in one go. It required repeated failures, eventually culminating in the discovery of the correct method of fusion. Lin Yuan, having undergone numerous trials and aided by his against heaven's understanding, quickly succeeded in the final fusion. Bas! The power of the thoroughly fused complete space rules, Taiji rule, and dozens of cosmic forces materialized before Lin Yuan. This power was far beyond the semi-fused power he had before, incredibly stable, emanating a soul-trembling aura fluctuation. All fused. Lin Yuan felt joy in his heart and immediately began to sense the numerous changes in himself after the fusion of the rules. Complete fusion of rules wasn't just about reaching the 9th rank but was the prerequisite for stepping into it. Only with the new power derived from the fusion of rules could one transform the flesh, the soul, the spirit will and the inner world. Moving from the 8th to the 9th rank was a gradual process, straightforward as long as the prerequisites were met, involving virtually no risk. Me now. Lin Yuan carefully sensed his own body. The power from the rule fusion rapidly spread throughout his body, infusing every inch of his flesh, soul and spirit will. The biggest change is still the inner world. A thought crossed Lin Yuan's mind, and his consciousness incarnation descended into his inner world. Whoosh! Massive, ocean-like world forces churned. Lin Yuan surveyed the vast expanse of over 100 million miles, narrowing his eyes. Compared to before the fusion of rules, the size of his inner world had hardly changed. However, Lin Yuan clearly perceived that his inner world was undergoing some kind of sublime transition. Spatial layers, the inner world has given birth to successive spatial layers. Lin Yuan muttered to himself softly. The main world universe starry sky had nearly endless spatial layers, many of which harbored a great number of worlds like secret realms. Spatial layers are the real depth of a world. The more layers there are, the deeper the world's essence is, resembling a complex labyrinth. Originally, Lin Yuan's inner world had only the main space. Even if it was vast, it appeared remarkably thin. But now, this thinness was being filled out. I can feel it. I'm starting to step into the 9th rank. As successive spatial layers were established in his inner world, Lin Yuan's perceptions started to elevate. Normally speaking, an 8th rank peak evolver who has completely fused with the rules needs several months to years, depending on the strength of the new power derived from the rules fusion. The stronger the new power,
the quicker the transformation, and the faster the step into the 9th rank will be.
I just fused the rules and have started stepping into the 9th rank. Is it because the power I gained from rule fusion is too strong? Lin Yuan thought to himself, not slowing down or suppressing his breakthrough, but rather letting nature accelerate the transformation. Can't break through on the star. Lin Yuan's figure disappeared from the Milky Way main star. During the period of stepping into the 9th rank, as his inner world opened successive spatial layers, it would pull on the great universe. If Lin Yuan remained on the Milky Way main star, it could potentially impact the star itself. The B-level modification on the main star couldn't block the residual waves of a 9th rank evolver's breakthrough, especially since Lin Yuan was not just an ordinary 8th to 9th rank breakthrough.
In terms of the inner world's depth, the disturbance Lin Yuan would cause when breaking through to the 9th rank would be tens to hundreds of times greater than that of a normal evolver.
Whoosh! A desolate area in the Milky Way star region. Lin Yuan's figure appeared. At that moment, he completely unleashed his suppressed aura, and his massive presence spread in all directions. Within tens of millions of miles, hundreds of millions of miles, and even several light-years, all were affected. Several hours later, Lin Yuan's surging presence began to gradually subside. Have I stepped into the 9th rank? Lin Yuan stood in the starry sky, somewhat astonished by his newfound strength. My power now is far greater than before the breakthrough. Lin Yuan once again sent a strand of will into his inner world, developing tens of thousands of spatial layers. The initial 9th rank evolvers recorded in human civilization only developed 7 or 8 layers. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Setting aside the size of the inner world for a moment, just comparing the number of spatial layers. A world with tens of thousands of spatial layers. A world with only a few layers. The latter will inevitably be overwhelmed by the former. No, it's not just overwhelming. The two are not even on the same level. The disparity in depth is too great. It's a pity, whether it's the incredibly thin inner world built during the 8th rank or the inner world created at the 9th or even 10th rank with substantial spatial layers, they all rely on the main universe because they lack an independent rule of time to support them, Lin Yuan thought to himself. Only by comprehending the rule of time and integrating it into the inner world, could such a world stand independent, capable of controlling the speed of time within. Inner worlds without the integration of the rule of time rely on the main universe, conforming to the same pace of time as the main universe. Chapter 537 Stepping into the 9th rank, end of this volume, please subscribe. _3 Sharing the same flow of time. Human civilization. Central star domain. A vast planet, home to Observation Bureau 3600, was situated here. The Human Observation Bureau, tasked with monitoring any anomalous energy fluctuations across human-occupied territories, held great significance. It's well understood that the vast majority of the universe is barren space, difficult to monitor in detail. By observing overall energy fluctuations, the Observation Bureau could deduce what had occurred in a region to prepare for response. No anomalous fluctuations in sector number 201376. No anomalous fluctuations in sector number 309123. No anomalous fluctuations in sector number 402371. No anomalous fluctuations in sector number 812344. Inside the Observation Bureau, staff members were intensely focused, receiving information from various star domains. Group leader Wang Xian was also surveying the virtual screen in front of him. 10 minutes till the end of the shift, he said. Group leader Wang Xian glanced at the time and his spirit relaxed slightly. Suddenly, at that moment, on the virtual screen, a red warning font flashed abruptly. An level energy fluctuation has been detected in sector number 723142. An level energy fluctuation has been detected in sector number 723142. As the warning sounded, the atmosphere inside the Observation Bureau instantly became serious. Each staff member's expression turned grave as they began to intensify their observation efforts to locate the source of the energy fluctuations. Unlevel energy disturbance was no laughing matter. It could potentially bring severe disaster consequences. Sector number 72334142. The Milky Way star region. Information about this star domain immediately came to mind for group leader Wang Xian. Unlevel energy fluctuation? Group leader Wang Xin's expression tensed. Unlevel energy disturbance had an impact radius of over 10 light-years.
If it were a natural event, That would mean the collision of over 100 massive celestial bodies.
If not a natural event, it would signify the commotion created by at least dozens of ninth-rank alien species making an invasion. Report it to the higher-ups immediately, he said. Enter first-level alert, he said. Group leader Wang Xin's expression was grave. Collisions between massive celestial bodies were one thing. Even if they affected some life-bearing planets, post-incident appeasement was manageable. But if it were an invasion by dozens of ninth-rank alien species, with the strength of the ninth-rank different species, dozens acting together could surely wreak havoc on dozens of star domains, or even a star alliance, leading to catastrophic disasters. This is troublesome, he said. Just as group leader Wang Xian was about to contact the higher echelons of the Observation Bureau, planning to send high-rank evolvers to support that region, a solemn and cool voice suddenly chimed in. It was the goddess of wisdom. Citizen Wang Xian, there is no need for alarm, she said. No need for alarm? Group leader Wang Xian was slightly stunned. An level energy disturbance and still no need for alarm? Even if it wasn't an alien invasion, the collision of hundreds of massive celestial bodies would still necessitate being on guard and checking the scope of the damage as quickly as possible. The energy fluctuation is due to one of our human evolvers making a breakthrough to the 9th rank, thereby causing the disturbance. No substantial damage has occurred, and there is no need for alarm, said the goddess of wisdom, providing an explanation. What? Exclaimed group leader Wang Xian, somewhat flabbergasted. A breakthrough from the 8th to the 9th rank? As the leader of the Central Star Domain's Observation Bureau, Wang Xian might not have had strong evolutionary power, but he had a broad perspective. A breakthrough from 8th layer to 9th rank would, at most, cause fluctuations comparable to a few stars. And now, the goddess of wisdom was telling him, the violent collision of hundreds of massive celestial bodies, or the energy disturbances caused by dozens of 9th rank alien races arriving, were simply the result of someone breaking through to the 9th rank? This was a breakthrough to the 9th rank. Chapter 538 Multispatial Life. Please subscribe. After being reminded by the Goddess of Wisdom, the Observation Bureau gradually lifted its alerts. Relaxed staff members couldn't help but discuss in low voices. The Goddess of Wisdom mentioned that the energy fluctuations in that star domain originated from an evolver breaking through to the 9th rank? Breaking through to the 9th rank creates such a commotion? Many staff members were curious as they had not witnessed an evolver breaking through to the 9th rank. But they vaguely felt something was amiss. An 8th layer peak evolver, even after completely fusing with the rules, would at most have an inner world of a few million miles in circumference, adding their physical souls, spirit, will, and so on. Even with a breakthrough and a qualitative change in all aspects, the energy fluctuations reaching tens to hundreds of times greater would only equate to the level of 7 or 8 constant stars. Yet, the energy fluctuations they had just observed affected an area extending beyond 10 light-years. Surely, even 100 or 1,000 8th rank evolvers breaking through to the 9th rank together couldn't cause such a wide range of fluctuations. An 8th rank breaking through to the 9th rank definitely wouldn't cause such a huge disturbance. But since the Goddess of Wisdom said so, she must have her reasons. Although many staff members did not understand, they did not question the Goddess of Wisdom. Who do you think it was, the 8th rank evolver who broke through to the 9th rank? It's hard to guess. There are so many peak 8th rank evolvers in our human civilization, and many peak 8th rank evolvers, in search for a breakthrough, travel the domains of the universe. They could break through anywhere. No matter what, our human civilization gained one more 9th rank evolver, and judging by the scale of the breakthrough, it must not be just an ordinary 9th rank. May humanity prosper forever. The staff members were excited, and although the one who reached the 9th rank wasn't them, they were all part of human civilization. The stronger human civilization became, the better their lives would be. In the cosmic starry sky where 10,000 races compete, cruelty prevails, and if a clan is not powerful, its members usually meet very bleak fates. For instance, those special life forms in meager numbers are often captured to extract their bloodline essence for concocting bloodline potions. Is it because those special life forms are willing to offer themselves? Of course not. They are just too weak. Of course, the weak here is relative to the entirety of human civilization. The special life forms as individuals are often quite powerful, on par with the geniuses among the human evolvers. In contrast to the staff's discussions, group leader Wang Xian was much calmer. Milky Way star region. For some reason, group leader Wang Xin's first thought was of that galaxy master who had created countless miracles.
Although it was universally acknowledged that the Galaxy Master would almost certainly step into the 9th rank, it was expected to be at least 100 years later. The later stages of fusing with rules are not easy to cross, and since the Galaxy Master had comprehended the complete space rules, the difficulty of fusion would likely be even higher. After all, merging with partial space rules is definitely easier than controlling the fusion of the complete space rules. But group leader Xianxia had a strange hunch that the evolver who broke through to the 9th rank, mentioned by the Goddess of Wisdom, was the Galaxy Master. Because the Galaxy Master had created too many miracles, defying the convention that it would take 100 years to reach the 9th rank seemed almost normal. Every time one of our human civilization's evolvers reaches the 9th rank, we issue a public announcement, deterring the myriad clans, as it is an enhancement of our foundation with no need for secrecy. Whether it's the Galaxy Master or not, we'll know soon enough after some time. Just wait for the announcement. Group leader Xianxia thought to himself, his expression showing a hint of anticipation. A desolate cosmic space. Lin Yuan was still feeling the changes within himself. The transition from the 8th layer to the 9th layer was a major leap, making his inner world more substantial and layered, also elevating his life essence. I can now faintly sense the passage of time. Lin Yuan slowly closed his eyes. The essence of a 9th rank life form was strong enough to detect slight fluctuations of time. Time is one of the cosmic foundational rules, even more obscure and elusive than space rules, which are also foundational. For life below the 9th rank, sensing the rule of time is impossible, let alone comprehending it. Lin Yuan, endowed with against heaven's understanding, could forcefully study some time-related evolution paths and comprehend the rule of time, but that would be too strenuous. If I were to understand the rule of time to a certain extent and control the flow of time around my body, with tens of thousands of years passing in the outside world while only 1 or 10 years pass for me, wouldn't that also be another form of extending life? Lin Yuan silently pondered. This was also why those who thoroughly grasped the rule of time, although not supreme beings, could achieve a form of eternity in an alternative way. Of course, this alternative eternity is still an alternative, for no matter how time is manipulated, one's life will eventually reach its end. The cultivation at the 9th layer mainly consists of 2 aspects. One is to open successive spatial layers within the inner world, which is the foundation of a 9th rank evolver's strength variation, and the various cultivation stages within the 9th rank are named after this. Lin Yuan's thoughts wandered. The 9th rank consists of 5 stages. The 10 heavy realm, the myriad heavy realm, the 100,000 heavy realm, the million heavy realm, the 10 million heavy realm. The 10, myriad, 100,000, million, and 10 million refer to the number of spatial layers in one's inner world. 10 heavy is 10 layers of space. Myriad heavy is 10,000 layers of space. And so on, with 10 million heavy being 10 million layers of space. These layers signify the depth of the inner world's foundation, and the inner world is the cornerstone for an evolver. The stronger the inner world, the more potent the power of the world, which enhances the nurturing effect on the evolver's physical soul and spirit will. Chapter 539 Multispatial Life. Please subscribe. Unju. The spatial layers within my inner world are almost at 39,000 layers, so does that mean I'm effectively at the 9th rank myriad layer realm? And within the myriad layer realm, I'm not considered weak? A smile formed on Lin Yuan's face. Those who had just advanced to the 9th rank as evolvers could often only create single-digit spatial layers, not even reaching the 10 heavy realm. No wonder they say that those invincible beings at the 8th rank quickly cultivate after stepping into the 9th rank. The cosmic force greatly promotes the expansion of spatial layers. Lin Yuan had realized dozens of ordinary cosmic forces, more than 10 higher cosmic forces, and 1 source-level cosmic force. Merely at the initial step into the 9th rank, he had opened up nearly 40,000 spatial layers. This alone placed him eons ahead of those evolvers who had newly advanced to the 9th rank. The key point is, the promotion effect of the cosmic force on the expansion of spatial layers is not one-off, but continuous. After sensing again for a while, Lin Yuan concluded. Which means, Lin Yuan would continue to expand spatial layers much more easily than other 9th rank evolvers. As for the second aspect of 9th rank level cultivation, it's about comprehending the rule of time. But this is not very significant, at least not until advancing to the myriad heavy realm. There's no noticeable difference. Lin Yuan thought to himself. Even if 9th rank evolvers could perceive the rule of time, it was done with difficulty, hardly reaching the introductory level. That's about it. It's time to go back.
The moment Lin Yuan finished perceiving his changes, his figure vanished, returning to the Milky Way main star. Milky Way main star. It was already in chaos. Even the central star domain far in the central star region detected an layer energy fluctuation happening in the Milky Way star region. As the core of the Milky Way star region, the Milky Way main star naturally detected it too.
Compared with the observation bureau of the central star domain, the many evolvers on the Milky Way main star felt it more concretely, more intricately,
and with greater dread. In the face of such an immense energy fluctuation, even powerful 8th rank evolvers were as fragile as dust.
What the hell is going on?
How can there be such a powerful energy fluctuation? Redskin and Green Eye, 2 8th rank alien race beings with furrowed brows, had experience managing Chikuan main star. For years, they had been managing the Milky Way main star diligently for Lin Yuan. Now discovering such an event within the Milky Way star region, they immediately took it seriously. It's unclear. But the energy fluctuation erupted in a desolate area of the star domain, so there are no losses for the time being. Chun Bo and Jiali shook their heads, feeling an alarming unease. They had posited several possibilities, including an alien invasion.
If it really was an invasion, given the magnitude of that energy fluctuation, it had to be at least a 9th rank alien race. No, at least dozens of 9th rank alien races coming together to accomplish this.
My God! Dozens of 9th rank alien races?
Many of the 8th rank evolvers present had never seen so many 9th rank powerhouses in their lifetimes. Has this been reported to the Star Lord?
Chun Bo collected himself and immediately asked.
No matter if it was an alien invasion or not, they should report this matter to Lin Yuan first, as he was the pillar of the Milky Way main star, even of the entire Milky Way star region.
We've made contact.
The Star Lord hasn't replied to me,
Redskin said hesitantly. No reply.
Jiali was slightly startled and then spoke urgently. Contact him again.
Just then, a figure appeared in the hall.
There's no need to worry.
Lin Yuan glanced at everyone and spoke in a gentle tone.
His breakthrough to the 9th rank had put him in a good mood, and his demeanor softened a great deal. Star Lord. The Star Lord, you're here.
The anxiety in all the evolvers present quickly settled down.
Star Lord.
Mo Li and Wu Lan also looked at Lin Yuan with excitement. They had been on the Milky Way main star for some time but had never seen Lin Yuan. Star Lord, you said there's no need to worry. Shortly after, Chun Bo tentatively asked. Upon hearing this, everyone else immediately perked up their ears. The energy fluctuation was simply too great, and since it appeared in the Milky Way star region, how could one not worry? The energy fluctuation was caused by my breakthrough to the 9th rank. It only affected the desolate area and will not have any impact on life planets or resource planets, Lin Yuan said indifferently. The star domain where the breakthrough occurred was carefully selected by Lin Yuan precisely to minimize the impact of his own breakthrough.
So it was the Star Lord's doing. Chun Bo nodded his head and then sensed something was off. His voice trembled as he said, Star Lord, did you just say something?
Breakthrough to the 9th rank? The others were similarly stunned, looking at Lin Yuan with shock. Breakthrough to the 9th rank?
Yes.
Lin Yuan nodded. His breakthrough to the 9th rank would soon be made public by human civilization as a deterrence against the starry sky races. There was no need for secrecy. As for why not keep it hidden as a trump card? Human civilization did indeed secretly cultivate evolvers, but these evolvers were unknown to others from the 1st rank onward. For Lin Yuan, the strongest genius of this generation in human civilization, there was absolutely no need to hide. Human civilization was not some weak clan that needed to keep a low profile. As one of the most powerful peak clans in the cosmic starry sky, other clans were too busy fearing them. The more monstrous and diabolical the geniuses of human civilization were, the greater the deterrence against other clans.
Star Lord, you've advanced to the 9th rank?
The 2 8th rank alien race members with blue eyes and red skin were dazed. There was a time when they, as the Chikuan Star Lord subordinates, were given to Lin Yuan as capable followers for entering the star domain. From the prosperous Chikuan star domain to the barren Milky Way star region, from the unbeatable Chikuan Star Lord at the 8th layer to the newly advanced River Star Lord at the 8th rank. Although blue eyes and red skin, the 2 8th rank alien race members, did not dare to have other thoughts, the sense of loss in their hearts still existed. But now, Lin Yuan had stepped into 9th rank? Did he completely surpass their former master, the Chikuan Star Lord?
Star Lord, Emily's mind was a mess. Initially, as a red pattern examiner, after being chosen by the Peak Master of the 13 Peaks, Emily was overjoyed, because according to his family's analysis, the Peak Master of the 13 Peaks among the Red Kuan lineage held enormous potential. By joining the 13 Peaks, it was as though he had clung to a great thigh, a mighty backer for the future. But now what?
Hasn't the future come too quickly? And isn't this thigh a bit too thick? 9th rank. How long has it been? He's become a 9th rank already? Emily swallowed hard, suddenly feeling apprehensive. Could he truly grasp this surprise that fell from the sky? Congratulations, Star-Lord, on advancing to the 9th rank. Wu Lan was the first to react, primarily because she didn't fully understand the significance and impact of Lin Yuan advancing to the 9th rank. Ignorance is bliss indeed has some truth to it. Congratulations, Star-Lord, on advancing to the 9th rank. Upon hearing this, the others also promptly recovered and congratulated him in unison.
Rise, all of you.
Lin Yuan waved his hand, casually speaking.
Star-Lord.
Jiali cautiously said, I heard that 9th rank evolvers can merge with the great universe. Is that true? One doesn't need to eat pork to have seen pigs run.
In the virtual world of human civilization, there are many videos about 9th rank evolvers.
Merge with the great universe? Lin Yuan smiled slightly. It's merely a method of integrating into the deeper spatial layers. 9th rank evolvers derive multiple spatial layers within their inner worlds, thereby exploring deeper and farther into the spatial layers of the main universe. Utilizing the spatial layers of their inner world to resonate with the spatial layers of the main universe, they then merge into it. This is the external perception of 9th rank evolvers merging with the great universe. As for such 9th rank evolvers in this state, unless their presence in a specific spatial layer is locked on, any external attacks can be ignored. Be it physical attacks, soul attacks, or even more mysterious attacks. They are not in the same spatial layer. They cannot even be touched, let alone attacked. This technique of merging with the great universe is also a common method used by 9th rank evolvers.
If the interactions in combat between evolvers below the 8th rank simply compare the strength of their attacks, then, during combat between 9th rank evolvers and stronger, the competition is whether you can find the spatial layer the opponent is in.
Chapter 540. The junior apprentice brother is 9th rank, and we are still 6th rank? Please subscribe. 9th rank battles, akin to competition in a spatial sense. In this regard, 9th rank evolvers who have opened up more spatial layers possess a greater advantage. It's not just about the heritage and power that multiple spatial layers bring. They can also merge and occupy more spatial layers. Just like right now. Lin Yuan seemed to be standing in front of Hongpi with blue eyes. But his true body was in some unknown spatial layer. 9th rank powerhouses, strictly speaking, belong to multi-spatial life. They were not confined to a single spatial layer like most other life forms. Next, Lin Yuan gave a few more instructions. He ordered his subordinates to immediately appease the other evolvers on the Milky Way main star.
The commotion he caused when he broke through to 9th rank, even without relying on observational equipment, could give rise to an indescribable sense of palpitation in some evolvers on the main star.
It was like how some animals on a planet, facing disasters in other regions, would feel terror and tremble even if it did not affect them directly. Star-Lord's Great Hall. Lin Yuan sat cross-legged. In front of him, the Taiyin primordial spirit also sat, face calm. Now we can try the illusory reality inheritance secret technique. Lin Yuan thought slightly. Illusory reality converts the essence of life, turning the illusory into reality, and the reality into illusory. The Taiyin primordial spirit, being a soul body, essentially belonged to the illusory. By using illusory reality, it could obtain a flesh and blood body and thereby share many divine skills and treasures bestowed upon Lin Yuan.
Begin!
Lin Yuan looked at the Taiyin primordial spirit in front of him. At this moment, the Taiyin primordial spirit had already started to activate illusory reality. The originally illusory body began to boil, with its most microscopic particles slowly transforming.
Everything is going smoothly.
Lin Yuan nodded slightly. Using a primordial spirit body to activate illusory reality. Even if it failed, it was just a primordial spirit that could be reconstituted in the blink of an eye. It will probably take about half a month to completely convert. Lin Yuan observed carefully and concluded. The conversion of life essence required a significant amount of time to adapt. It couldn't be accomplished overnight, especially converting from illusory to real. Let's convert the Tai-Yin primordial spirit first to see the effect. If possible, then convert the Taiyang divine spirit. Lin Yuan secretly thought to himself. So far, he did not know if the converted Tai-Yin primordial spirit could function like his own true body venerable. He was just guessing that it most likely wouldn't have any problems. Come in. Lin Yuan absorbed the Tai-Yin primordial spirit into his inner world, and his consciousness also descended. Now the inner world looks much more pleasing. Lin Yuan surveyed the vast universe in front of him once more. After creating numerous spatial layers through expansion, the inner world had become significantly more substantial. Now it truly resembled a real world. However, currently, the inner world, lacking the support of the rule of time, could only rely on the time rules of the main universe. It was not a complete world. Oh! Lin Yuan briefly scanned the inner world, his gaze suddenly pausing on the world tree. Lin Yuan, now a 9th rank life form, could see through multiple spatial layers at a glance, especially since this was a world he had opened up himself. He was as familiar with the more than 30,000 spatial layers as the back of his hand. And at this moment, the world tree, though its main body was in the primary space, its roots penetrated many spatial layers, continuously absorbing the power from different layers. I didn't expect the world tree to have this ability? Lin Yuan was somewhat surprised. Exploring and occupying other spatial layers was an ability controlled by 9th rank life forms. Although some 8th rank life forms could also achieve this, but very crudely. The ability displayed by the world tree was far beyond what an 8th rank evolver could compare with. Truly deserving as an 11-star cosmic rare treasure. Lin Yuan nodded slightly. If it weren't for using his identity as a member of the Magic Jade Tower, Lin Yuan would never have been able to access the world tree. Even if he had advanced to the 9th or 10th rank, there was virtually no chance. In the main universe, the world tree was extremely rare. Magic Jade Tower was a force from outside the world and was extremely flourishing in a distant past. So there was a young world tree sapling on the reward list of the 9 floors Dark Tower. Time passed. In just over 10 days, Lin Yuan's advancement to 9th rank, after confirmation by 3 goddesses and with Lin Yuan's own consent, was officially announced in the name of human civilization. The announcement was instantly spread across the 5-star domains of human civilization, and the numerous different species and several peak clans around received the news immediately. Not yet 100 years old. To be precise, under 60 years old, he stepped into 9th rank. And he did so with the identity of the historically strongest 8th rank. Many halos, many honors, all converged upon Lin Yuan. Insect race territory. A massive insect race hive, the terrifying aura began sweeping in all directions. Who is it? Who is responsible for the assassination of the Galactic Star-Lord? The Galactic Star-Lord was not even 6th rank before, so easy to assassinate, yet allowed to grow to today? To grow to 9th rank? And likely to advance to 10th rank or even tier 11. This insect race hive emitted an extremely furious psychic wave. If they had not paid attention to the Galactic Star-Lord before, that would be one thing. But the Galactic Star-Lord had already caught the eyes of the insect race and other species in the Alliance, and even launched assassination operations using the most inexplicable curse-killing skill. So they just gave up because they chose the wrong target? Choosing the wrong target, can't they continue to choose? At worst, curse kill every test taker with a gold pattern or above in that session of the 7-star cave. How much would that cost? Venerate. Chapter 541. The junior apprentice brother is 9th rank, and we are still 6th rank? Please subscribe. 2. The General Pan Yong, who was initially in charge of the matter, has already committed suicide out of fear of crime. Someone immediately reported. Committed suicide out of fear of crime? The insect race hive then fell silent. My son has become a 9th rank evolver? Lin Shouqing looked at Kanglin's star, which was engulfed in jubilation, and was somewhat bewildered. Over the years, news about Lin Yuan came one after another, each more outrageous than the last. Now, he had even advanced to the 9th rank? Even if Lin Shouqing did not understand the implications of the 9th rank, he was aware that it was a real pillar of human civilization and that beings of such a level generally would not appear before ordinary citizens. Absolutely true, Mr. Lin, you have a remarkable son. Governor Song Weiyang's face also retained a look of shock. He himself had once had a conversation with Lin Yuan, the evolutionary genius he had admired,
who had now astonishingly become a 9th rank evolver. Because Lin Yuan had become a 9th rank, the entire Kanglan star fell into jubilation once again. There was no significant reason, purely a celebration that a 9th rank evolver had been born on this planet. The territories of human civilization are vast with countless higher life planets. Yet, historically, none had ever produced a 9th rank evolver. And now Kanglan Star had done it? In fact, not only was Kanglan Star celebrating, the entire Dawn Star system was in jubilation since Lin Yuan, the 9th rank evolver, was also from the Dawn Star system. Brother is too amazing. Lin Yi also received this message on the side, a look of disbelief appearing on her face. Compared to her brother, she, as his sister, was far too mediocre. However, Lin Yi hadn't thought about catching up with her brother. How could she catch up? With what could she catch up? Our junior brother has entered 9th rank? In a virtual world, the peak masters of the Qikuan lineage were gathering to chat. Then, they received this earth-shattering news, leaving the peak masters who were casually chatting completely dumbfounded. Who would have thought that Wuxia would one day be fortunate enough to be the senior brother of a 9th rank evolver? Peak Masters Wuxia was feeling sentimental. He still remembered what Lin Yuan was like when he first became the 13th Peak Master. Freakish, truly freakish. We are still 6th rank, and our once junior brother has already become 9th rank. Peak Master 5 could not help but speak out. He bore no jealousy. If the difference was small, it might have sparked feelings of envy. But when the gap is as vast as a chasm, one can only admire in awe. And now, Lin Yuan having become a 9th rank, the gap between them was more than just a chasm. I was almost about to take junior brother under my wing back then. Peak Master 12 felt sentimental. Initially, he saw that Lin Yuan had some research in the Path of Sun, which partially overlapped with his own, and he considered taking Lin Yuan as his student, but later he saw Lin Yuan's ineffective actions at the 7th Star Cave. He did not speak up. But in reality, Lin Yuan was at that time contemplating the ultimate test of evolution at the 7th Star Cave. He was simply blind to what Lin Yuan was doing. My disciple has entered 9th rank? Qikuan Star Lord also received this news, and he was not surprised. These years, Qikuan Star Lord had already become accustomed to being shocked by Lin Yuan's performance. Not to mention stepping into 9th rank. Even if Lin Yuan now broke through to 10th rank, Qikuan Star Lord felt he wouldn't be too shocked. His disciple was best at breaking existing awareness and creating various miracles. I originally thought I could break through to 9th rank before my disciple. Qikuan Star Lord sighed. He was also close to the 9th rank, and the fusion rules had already reached the final step. If lucky, he could take the last step in a few days, then evolve towards 9th rank. If unlucky, it would be a matter of a few decades or a few hundred years at most. Qikuan Star Lord had originally thought that he might be able to step into the 9th rank before Lin Yuan. After all, he was just one step away and could break through at any time. No way. This seclusion, I must step into 9th rank. Otherwise, I won't have the face to see my disciple. Although human civilization is not short of cases where the disciple surpasses the teacher. But Qikuan Star Lord still cared about his dignity. Originally Lin Yuan had killed dozens of 8th rank invincibles in a few breaths, but his life essence was still at the 8th rank. So Qikuan Star Lord felt meeting each other wouldn't be too awkward. They were within the same great realm. But now, Lin Yuan had clearly stepped into 9th rank. If he was still 8th rank, it would be too embarrassing. This seclusion will last for 20 years. 20 years later, I must step into the 9th rank. By then, I won't be too ashamed in front of my disciple. Qikuan Star Lord had made a detailed plan for his retreat. He immediately notified that for the next 20 years, unless there was a major event, no one should disturb him. 9th rank. I, Qikuan, am here as well. Qikuan Star Lord closed his eyes. Wanyang Star Domain. Wanyang Holy Sun was leisurely lying there, resting. Since he had completely removed Shursan from his list of targets to surpass, Wanyang Holy Sun felt remarkably at ease. That's the way it should be. Why bother comparing himself with that freak, Shursan Peak Master, if it wasn't necessary? Wasn't that just asking for trouble? Wanyang Holy Sun trembled slightly as he thought about the news of Shursan Peak Master going on a killing spree on the battlefield of different races. Even now, he was shocked and his scalp numbed by the message. How was it possible for an 8th layer invincible being to be slaughtered so indiscriminately by another of his rank?
The Central Star Domain issued a notice? Wanyang Holy Sun glanced at the notice. Shursan Peak Master has stepped into the 9th rank? Wanyang Holy Sun blinked, feeling it was just as it should be. Luckily, I didn't keep comparing myself to that freak. Otherwise, how desperate would I be right now? Comparing myself at 6th rank to someone at 9th rank? Wanyang Holy Sun felt somewhat relieved. Sometimes it's wise to know when to give up. The news of Lin Yuan stepping into the 9th rank had a profound impact on human civilization and other different species. Everyone knew Lin Yuan had truly grown up. The next time Lin Yuan took action, it wouldn't just affect a medium-sized otherworldly battlefield but the large alien battlefields that were the main battlegrounds for the various clans. Milky Way main star. Lin Yuan's thoughts shifted. Taiyin primordial spirit immediately moved out from his inner world. It sat in front of Lin Yuan. Has it completely transformed? Lin Yuan carefully observed the Taiyin primordial spirit. The Taiyin primordial spirit was also continuously observing itself. Indeed a fleshly body. No longer a soul body. Lin Yuan finally concluded. The blood rebirth divine ability imprint. The Taiyin primordial spirit quickly condensed this divine skills imprint within, crucial to absorbing the liquid inside the mysterious gourd. Whirring, the complex divine ability imprint quickly formed. In a blink, the blood rebirth divine ability was synchronized to Taiyin primordial spirit. The divine ability imprints Lin Yuan currently condensed were only suitable for his true body. Other evolvers wouldn't benefit even if they comprehended it thoroughly. However, the body of Taiyin primordial spirit was completely transformed according to Lin Yuan's true body, almost identical, so all divine ability imprints could be shared. Absorb it. Lin Yuan handed the mysterious gourd to Taiyin primordial spirit, letting it start absorbing from the first colored liquid. Just then, Lin Yuan suddenly received a message from the official human civilization. Respected 9th rank evolver and galaxy master Lin Yuan, as a new entrant into the 9th rank, you need to come to the Central Star Domain soon. A trip to the Central Star Domain? Lin Yuan had already known about this. Every new 9th rank evolver had to visit the Central Star Domain, to soak in the cosmic rarity Eternal Spring once. Eternal Spring, a 12-star cosmic rarity, even higher ranked than the World Tree, was a treasure at the level of supreme beings. The waters of the Eternal Spring were greatly beneficial to newly entered 9th rank evolvers, especially in terms of the physical body. Although the inner world was most important for 9th rank evolvers, the physical body was also crucial. Especially for those 9th rank evolvers skilled in the physical body evolution path. Eternal Spring was indeed an unmatched great opportunity. Fine, I'll take a trip to the Central Star Domain. Lin Yuan's true body rose, stepped out of the Milky Way main star, and merely with one step, thousands of light years flashed under his feet. Chapter 542. Eternal Spring, please subscribe. Cosmic Starry Sky. Standing within layers upon layers of space, Lin Yuan took strides that left galaxies trailing behind him with each step. The main universe, truly vast. Lin Yuan marveled internally while he hurried on his way, carefully taking in the experience. What he referred to as vast was not superficially so, but contained infinite spatial layers, a profound depth of space. 9th rank evolvers, even having reached the myriad heavy realm, the spatial layers developed within their inner world are merely in the tens of millions. But the main universe? Tens of millions of spatial layers aren't even comparable to a hair of the main universe. No wonder after so many years, clashes between powerful races have caused minimal damage to the main world. With such a terrifying foundation, who would care about the attack of ants? That was Lin Yuan's silent thought. Humans and other races confined their warfare to designated battlefields. It wasn't because they could destroy the main universe, but because they feared the repercussions of their clashes might affect those planet-based secret realms. The essence of war is the struggle for resources. Without resources, what is there to fight for? As for the eternal spatial rifts caused by the attacks of supreme beings, when measured in meters to the main universe, they probably wouldn't even compare to the space between cells. Occupying thousands of spatial layers, Lin Yuan noticed fragments of weapons floating within a few of them. They are of little value. Lin Yuan glanced at them and lacked interest. For countless millennia, one strong individual after another had fought and perished across the countless spatial layers. Whether it ended in victory, mutual destruction, or death, their personal belongings would scatter within a certain spatial layer.
That was the origin of the weapon fragments Lin Yuan had seen. Mostly they were just scrap, but sometimes there were valuable finds, although exceedingly rare. Many ninth-rank strong beings roamed various spatial layers with the hope of picking up treasures. Perhaps in some unknown layer there lay a forgotten treasure? Beyond these, deep within the many layers of the main universe were born numerous cosmic secret realms. These cosmic secret realms would, in due time with the movement of the main universe, briefly establish pathways to the outside world, like the Xianxia secret realm the Chiquan Starlord had once visited, located in an incredibly deep spatial layer. Whoosh! Lin Yuan took dozens of steps in succession, traversing tens of thousands of light years in the span of 5 to 6 breaths. Some of my mental energy has been depleted. Lin Yuan immediately noticed the change in his condition. Having grasped the complete space rules, he could employ the Great Transference skill. However, using the Great Transference skill would consume mental energy. Lin Yuan estimated that if he continued at this rate of mental energy consumption and took a few tens of thousands more steps, he might start to feel fatigued. Normal 9th and 10th rank evolvers wouldn't allow themselves to become fatigued lightly, as it would affect their ability to perform. Previously, when Nalan, the Deputy Tower Master, used the Great Transference skill in succession to traverse star regions and come to Chiquan Main Star, bringing Lin Yuan the soul-settling pearl, it was by command of a supreme being. And it was also related to the strength of Nalan himself. The stronger one was, the lesser the feeling of fatigue. I might as well just take the cosmic spaceship, even if it's slower. With a thought from Lin Yuan, the layer a cosmic spaceship he had once bought appeared in front of him. Just then, Lin Yuan's expression suddenly changed. My mental energy consumption is recovering quickly? Mental energy depletion naturally recovers, but at this moment, Lin Yuan could distinctly feel that the recovery rate was far faster than natural. Coming from my inner world. The world tree? Lin Yuan's consciousness descended into his inner world and found a world tree over 100 meters tall swaying its branches. Strands of light green power, following the world tree's own essence, melded into the inner world. Then, the world's power operated within the inner world, nourishing Lin Yuan's flesh, soul, and spirit will, with the light green power aiding in the recovery of his mental energy depletion. So the world tree has this use too? A smile crossed Lin Yuan's face. Recovery from physical and soul depletion was relatively easy, though it came at a certain cost. But for mental energy depletion. So far, the known treasures that recover mental energy for humankind all possess extremely high value. Even if Lin Yuan could afford to purchase them, he wouldn't use them for something like traveling. With this, I can continue using the Great Transference skill to travel. Just need to reduce the distance of each step a bit. If Lin Yuan maintained a pace of thousands of light years in a single step, even with the world tree's compensation, the rate of mental energy recovery would still be slower than its depletion. But Lin Yuan could simply slow down his travel pace, for instance, from one step being thousands of light years to one step being 800 light years, or 500 light years. Smaller steps mean reduced consumption. Even so, this pace of travel still far exceeded riding on cosmic ships. Travel by wormholes required cooldown time, and even the best cosmic ships could only reduce this cooldown, but there was still a wait after each shuttle. Yet, the Great Transference skill didn't require any cooldown. One step of 900 light years. No, that won't do. One step of 800 light years, still not good enough. One step of 700 light years. No, that won't do either. Lin Yuan started to experiment, seeking a balance point between the rates of depletion and recovery. Finally, Lin Yuan determined that when traveling at a rate of 530 light years per step, the depletion of his mental energy equaled the sum of his own recovery rate and the world tree's restoration pace. That is to say, as long as Lin Yuan maintained a rate of 530 light years per step, he would never feel any fatigue, no matter how long he traveled. Because the slight mental energy that was just spent would be replenished at the same rate. You're tuning in to the Wisdom Diary YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.